What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I don't really know right now, man. I'm all over the place, but I'm enjoying life. So how about that?
Oh, man. Got my volume on.
Oh, boo. Rookie move. Come on, man. What's going on with you? You not varsity today? Come on, baby.
Rosemary Brown, State Senate.
She got your vote?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm going to stay out of it.
I'm about to say, keep it away from me. Keep it away. Yeah.
They're putting ads on our podcast, though.
Hey, man, shout out. They say, yo, we know they got a following up there. People gonna tune in. So, hey, smart about that, man. Shout out to them for that.
Right? They're trying to persuade some of the chat members.
Yeah, man, you never know. I mean, I'm sure it's a market out there for somebody that's gonna, like you said, Miss Rosemary, whoever that lady was.
You're saying Mike's not working. Do we got to adjust anything here?
I don't know, because I have you. Oh, no. This is on me. Actually, yes. Give me 1 second. Boom. Now we're good. You know why we're good,
The
Deke?
chat is basically producers for us. Thank you.
Hey, shout out to them for that, man. We needed that. But yeah, so this was the issue. I was recording a film session prior to you. Yeah, prior to you coming in.
Who do we got?
Here. Oh,
Are you gonna tell us?
Little Larry, little
Joby.
Larry. Got to talk a little Larry, man. So I was recording.
No
that.
Pickett versus Mitch film session.
Listen,
come on, dude.
Listen, man.
That's what we want.
Listen, man. I say, yo. Everybody's giving you Pickett and Mitch. If I see another screenshot of a Mitch play, I'm done with it, bro. I'm done with it. Okay, so forgive me, but yes, initially after the game, that was my intent. I was like, oh, let's break this thing down. But when I saw the way people were going, I was like, you know what? I have zero interest in any quarterback film right now. Like, leave me the heck alone. I'm tired of it, bro.
What do you mean? Wouldn't you'd have a positive spin on Mitch, right?
I know I would, but it's just the fact that we know when you're talking about those particular players, people aren't always looking with that like clear, just non-biased, I'm going in with a predetermined notion. And it's like, bro, I just don't want to put my stuff out there to deal with all that, man. Nah, I like to put the people out there that I know is going to get that true reception like I like it to have. So that's why I went with Larry O. But yeah, man, that was why the mics won't, because I had to set up for the solo shot. You know what I'm saying? But now we back. 2-pieced it up. So let's get it.
He had a good game against his former team.
He did, man. I mean, he's been on the revenge tour these past 3 weeks, man. I'm like, who else can you add to this list, man? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really 2 out of the first 3 games. Mm-hmm. The whole joke is he going to go to the Ravens next year? Only on 1-year deal with the Steelers. He's going to be a free agent.
Low key, I wouldn't put it past him. That's all I'm saying. I would not put it past him.
He's like the chick just dating everyone in the friend group, huh?
Come on, man. Somebody going to put a ring on it? Yo. Somebody would.
Ravens would be the one.
They would put the ring on it. You know they would.
Ravens would be his last team out of the group.
You know they would. It will make sense. They brought in JPP. They done did it with Calais Campbell. I mean, think about all these guys where it's like, oh man, they're a little bit older. Oh, is this their last time? It's like, nope, go over there and have another 2 to 3 year resurgence. I can see it. Yep.
Everything's good on my end though.
Nah, I like it there, man. You got to talk with me. It's a little chilly out there today, D. You got to talk to me out where it's cold.
I got my puffy black jacket back.
Oh, with the big boy.
Yeah, the hood.
You dove right into it.
Yeah, it's September 28th, and I already got the winter jacket out.
I broke out the North Face too. I was in the crib like chilling with the coat on, like, babe, I think I'm still cold. Yeah. But I'm a little disappointed though, Deke, knowing that you got the coat out. Usually, when you would go out with that coat, you would have shorts on.
Yeah.
I'm seeing pants.
Yeah. What's
that about? Are you getting soft in your old age?
No.
This new generation, man. I just don't know about you guys, man. Soft.
I'm sorry.
Soft. Back in my day, I tell you, man, it was a blizzard, no coat, uphill,
both ways,
wind. Had to walk. I ain't even have boots. I had sneakers. You feel me? And you out here with pants on, and it's 60 degrees. Nah, it ain't 60. No way it's 60 degrees. It's like 56 degrees.
Is it that warm?
I doubt it's even that warm. I
thought it was in the 40s,
bro. I swear I thought it was in the 40s. I just didn't want to. I feel like if I say it's in the 40s, they're going to throw me in the soft category like you. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man. I was out there. You see my shirt, short sleeve.
It was drizzling a little bit, though, too.
It was a little drizzle out there. It was. So that's got to count for something, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I had my coat. I ain't going to lie, I was cold.
Yeah, wow. It's only September, too.
Yeah. And for a long winter.
We'll see. It's 50-50 here in Pittsburgh. We've gotten some really mild ones where the weather's just more or less like this, maybe a little bit colder, and you get some snow here or there. But then we do have other times where it's
brutal.
10 degrees, wind chill's terrible, snow all over the place. It's 50-50. Last couple haven't been terrible. Not terrible.
Yeah, this is true. So hopefully it'll be nice to us again this year. But the way we always do, without further ado, let's start the show off the right way. Let us know where you are tuning in from. And we give those big boy shout outs to start the show off, baby. Excuse me. All right.
I hop too much. 814 New Paris, Pennsylvania.
Shout out to New Paris, Pennsylvania.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Jake Malesio, 919 NC in the house as
always. You know he always tuning in, baby. Major love.
Jay Rivera, 412. 412 in the house.
I like it. I like the 412, baby.
We got Victory Asher, 561 West Palm Beach. Sitting here chilling. I guess he means West Palm. Sitting here chilling with Hurricane Ian while sipping on my pineapple juice.
Yes. Shout out to everybody that's in Florida, man. Y'all hold fast. You're definitely in our thoughts and prayers, man. I know that hurricane, I think they said it just touched down on land and stuff like that, man. So, yeah, y'all hold it down there, man. Hold it down. I think they said in Cuba, they're all without electricity over there right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Craziness.
How much longer do they see it going on for?
I did not follow it to that extent just yet.
All right, 3 more for me. Jason Winston, 310 Los Angeles. Rod Dulles, 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Share line, baby.
You know you got to throw that in there.
DJ Trey Money, 606 KY on vacay. So it's Kentucky, I guess.
Kentucky, okay.
Deke, you see the video I sent on Insta Saturday? LOL. I did not.
Deke don't be checking his messages like he needs to be. You know, he still ain't even looked at the Ambition music just yet, man. You got to get up to speed, bro.
2023.
Come on, man.
Before 2023, I will
so
listen
Deke
to an
still has a
Ambition
couple of months. He has a couple of months. Do not rush him, okay? So that means DJ Trey Money, he'll get to this video by February. Is that? Can we get it by Q2? Q2 of 2023. Is that
no promises?
Fair? No promises. Okay. So yeah, it's not looking too good right now. It's not looking too good.
Oh, what's funny is, speaking of Ambition, Official Momentum was in my Twitch stream yesterday. And I completely forgot. And he told me to make sure I remind everyone today. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but Ambition the Kid, 9:30, Rivers Casino. 2 more days.
There it is.
I forgot.
Is Deke gonna be there? That is the $1 million.
Probably not. Probably not.
Oh,
but
Deke,
I don't know what I'm going to be doing on a Friday night. I might be down there. If I'm around the area, I definitely will.
You might. I got action, but you might be down there, though, bro. All righty. So let me get a couple of these names, man. I got Michael Tiger tuning in from the 215 Philly. Let's get it. Mike Lang, the 336 Greensboro, North Carolina. It's Mech PG, or it's MEC PG, tuning in from LA, baby. And then we got Jacob Soria tuning in from the 209 Stockton, California. Shout out to my Diaz brothers out there. And I will end it with my man Rail tuning in from the 412. You already know. Major love.
Okay, Official Momentum is in the chat. His first super chat is, what's good, guys? This Friday, Ambition.
You heard what he said.
He didn't even need to say the date.
Deke pulling up, man. Deke said he gonna pull up.
9:30.
Deke pulling up. You better be there, Deke.
AJ Martinez.
Deke, you gotta pull up, bro.
I'm not making promises.
Come on. TG pulled up the ABs and gave us the boots on the ground report. We need boots on the ground, bro. I'm booked, but you said you kind of, loosey goosey with your schedule right now. So I think that does make a lot of sense. I mean, you come here and lead it off with us for us.
Well, that would be a big time back-to-back weekend down in the city, down in the North Shore.
You've been training for this all off season.
Well, because I'm going to be down there Saturday night for Pitt, Georgia Tech, and then I'm running it right back 1 o'clock. Steelers Jets.
That is a 1 o'clock.
So if I'm down there again on Friday night, a back-to-back-to-back.
That's a lot. But
I'm built for it.
If anybody can do it, you can do it. If there's anybody that I have my money on doing it, it is you.
I mean, that back-to-back's even going to be tough.
But you're not LeBron. You can play back-to-backs, bro.
That's a night game to a 1 o'clock game.
So, quick turnaround. It's like Friday night lights to the Saturday morning practice. Come on, baby. Hey, are you seeking comfort?
I'm not.
Come on, man.
I got to do it for the team.
You a man of the people, aren't you?
I am.
Let's go, man.
I am built for it.
What's another day? Huh?
That Friday night,
what's another sip of the white Clizzy? Huh?
I'd be more low-key. I don't know if they want to see me in that form, though.
I could dig that. Wouldn't
that be kind of messed up? I just show up sober like that?
Yeah, if it's small Deke energy, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Official Momentum, he's a apple cider and
right.
and Welch
Maybe
grape
he'd
type
enjoy
of
the
dude.
company because
See what I'm
everyone else is
saying?
drinking
Yeah.
around him.
So you might be all right.
Yeah.
Might be.
I'm very doubtful though. 5% chance.
Like I said, I got big business this weekend, Deke. You know that? Big time business.
I kind of want to ask what it is. I don't know if you want to share that. I mean, you said big business.
It's big business, man. Because
prompts a question.
Look,
what is
bro,
the big business?
I'm talking myself through it. I'm still processing it, but we gonna attack it head first. All right. This week, though, man, it's homecoming for my daughter's high school, and of course, whenever there's a homecoming, there's a dance that corresponds with it.
You chaperoning.
I made it last year without injuring the date or anybody a part of said party. But now I got to run it back, okay? I got to run it back. And this time she has a little friend. See, last year was like everybody just kind of, what up? I don't really know nobody. We all just going to group it up and go. And it was good. It was dope. It was dope, Deke. It was dope. This time, though, Deke, she's stressing me, Deke. She's stressing me out, man. And I love my KK, but she's stressing me out, baby. She got her little friend. Emphasis on friend. Not boyfriend, just friend.
Talking.
I ain't say that. I said she has a friend. Okay? It's a little buddy. All right? But of course, she's excited. Dress is beautiful. Oh, I love the dress. She's excited. Oh, Dad, look, he got the shoes to go. I'm just like, nah, I like your dress, all right? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like since it's getting closer, I'm getting back on my push-ups with no shirt on, bandana on my head, show off the tattoos. That's what I'm getting. Sure. And I'm trying not to go there, Deke. But I don't know what to do, man. This is uncharted territory for your boy. Like I said, this is a little bit more serious than last year. Last year was kind of like, I don't got to kill you because y'all are just everybody's fun, every friend group, cool. This year it's like, oh no, Dad, that's my date. You know what I'm saying, man? Good kid, nice kid, but
What are you gonna wear?
Man, I don't know just yet,
so
bro.
You're not going or anything.
Well,
like the chaperone.
No.
You're
So
just doing
initially,
pictures and just hanging out.
Yeah. So initially, I wasn't even gonna do that. Initially, it was like, oh, babe, let me see you off from the house and wifey take you, but. When my mom was up, she did try to take me down memory lane about how my dad was with my sister. And it was all funny, huh? And I was like, okay, I get what you're trying to tell me here. You're trying to tell me.
You need to be like that, is what you're saying?
No. Don't be like that, is what she said. Because I was definitely like that. But my dad was a lot worse with that. Trust me. But she hit me with the, hey, babe, it's going to happen. But she's excited and you need to be able to support her. And even though it's going to be hard at times, you got to be there for her. And I'm like, Mom, I love you so much, but woo-sa, you about to send me back to California for 30 more days, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So that's what yours truly has been dealing with. So when you asked me at the beginning of the show, hey, what's up? And I'm like, I don't really know. And you remember when you walked in here and I was kind of like, bro, I don't know what my vibe is.
You were zoning out.
I was like, my vibe is kind of weird lately. I was riding in the car with wifey to get the kids. And I'm like, babe, I don't know what's up. But my energy is letting me, I feel like I got smoke out here in these streets. You feel me? Even though I know I don't. I'm just over here like, it's about to be a pack in the air. That's all I'm saying. So I'm trying to work my way through it, Deke, okay? So please just all the people in the chat, everybody that's going to view this stream, just think of your boy this weekend, okay? While Official Momentum was with Ambition the Kid and Deke is down turning up and doing all he does, just make sure your boy, just keep him in your thoughts and prayers, all right? I'm trying not to be on the ticker. But you know how it goes, man. We was literally talking about this before we started. We was like, yo, that dad energy. You know what it is, bro. Dad energy, man. But I'm trying to turn over this new leaf. So we shall see.
What can you rock that'd be intimidating? You rock the black Air Forces.
What would I need to rock? Black Air Forces, my black Nike balling shorts. Let them hang and let you see what's up. I don't need a shirt. I work out. The six-pack is there. The muscles are still percolating. I ain't tripping. But I got to let you know what the energy is. You feel me? And I'm putting on the OG boxers, too, like the plaid joints. You know what I mean?
Sag the shorts.
Straight up. Let them know where I'm from. You know what I mean?
No wife beater?
No. I don't even want the wife beater. No. I want you to see it so you can know what time it is. Yeah. So I'm trying not to show up like that. That's my goal, is to not go there with that. But yeah.
I can't see you doing that. As much as you might want to, I can't see you doing it right now. Maybe you've gone soft. You're talking about me going soft. Maybe you've gone soft. Break out the black forces. Let's go.
Literally, man, I'm doing this for me and my daughter's longevity. You know? I'm just trying.
You're saying the black forces might throw things off?
It could put her in a very compromising position where I literally might say, because I have, all right, Deke, can we being candid, we're going to talk Steelers in a little bit. Y'all bear with us, all right? But Deke, I have in my, lapses as I was growing as a man, as a father. Yeah, I have communicated at times. Yes, babe. The same way you used to get jealous when people would come and ask for my autograph or take pictures. Because like KK, she would used to like cry when people would like take a picture with me. Like, that's my dad. Yeah, she would get pissed off, right? So I told her, I was like, the same way you would get upset when, you were younger and kids would want to come over and take pictures with me, sign autographs, and would have to come and talk to you and let you know what it is. It was because, you're selfish, right? I'm your guy. I'm your dad, right? So that's it. Nobody else can have me. And I respect that. Well, I'm selfish too about you, boo-boo. So you my daughter. I don't want you talking to any other dude but me. So now what? So, that's kind of how I've been playing with. I'm like, hey, man, it was cool back then, right? So that's just my energy now. So I might have told her one day that she needed to choose between me and these guys. It did happen at one time. I did say that. I'm just, all right, it happened for all the dads out there. Bear with me, okay? I did say that. I have since come back from that stance now, so there is growth. Okay, there's some growth. But for a fact, I said that to her. I was like, oh, so what's up? I mean, I'm just saying, you usually kick with me. You used to talk to me all the time. Now you FaceTiming this dude. What's up with that? Huh? You used to watch movie with me. Now you want to talk to him. I don't want to watch the movie with both of y'all. Pick me and him. What's up? You ain't got to pick unless you want to. But if you don't pick, what if I get your car? Huh? Try to bribe her and stuff. Bro, I'm bad. I'm telling you, I'm bad. I was bad, bro. I was real bad. But I've grown since then. Okay, so we're in a better place.
When was this? Last week?
When was my mama here?
Yeah.
Okay then. All right. Okay. It's a new leaf that's been turned over though. It's still it's newly turned over, but it's turned over. So we going. So when you say you don't think I would do that, I'm like, trust me, Deke, you don't know where I was at a week ago, 2 weeks ago, about a week ago. So yeah, man.
I think you need to at least rock the black forces.
Yeah, it's a strong possibility the black forces might come out, bro.
Just rock them.
Yeah,
and wear some nice attire with it. But make sure you show the black forces.
I thought black forces. I thought representing for my Latin folk out there. Coming up with the flannel top buttoned, letting them know what time I was on as well. Cortez with the khakis on. You know what I mean? I was gonna let them know that hey, it's however you want to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? We got options. Yeah, man. Had the red, I got the all reds. I even got the all blue. Not that I do a lot of that, but if we need, what I'm saying, however, because I ain't know what his energy was. I can't be on the same side as him. So if he with the red, I'll go to blue. If he with the blue, I'll go to red. If you were red and blue, I'll go with the other ones, But either way, we're not on the same team.
Yeah, sounds like you got a lot going on this weekend.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, bear with me, please. Bear with me.
I'm just focused on making it through a couple football games.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm like, we need to have shows on Friday and Saturday. And Sunday as well. Yeah, we need to just record every day.
Take your mind off everything.
Just keep me busy. You heard I said I recorded before you came in here. When do I ever record before you come in here, baby? I was over. I'm for real, man. Yeah. I was like, I need to stay active. Stay active, all right? Stay active. Yeah. But anywho, man, listen. Now that I've done venting and getting that off of my chest, because sometimes you need to vent. So shout out to y'all for listening. But it does look like we have some of that new nice color that we do stop shows in. Shout out. So Farron Bradford, salute you, baby. Let's go.
Farron Bradford. See, this is why you need to do a film session. What needs to occur to help Mitch see the field better and minimize missed reads? To be honest, arm for arm, I'm taking Mitch over Kenny. And I feel the only reason 8 comes in is if Mitch keeps missing reads. Then again, who's to say 8 will see the field better?
Well, I do like, that kind of thought process with it. I guess my biggest issue is with the narrative that Mitch doesn't see the field. That's my disconnect. It's not that he doesn't see the field. As I talked about before, a couple times before, when it comes to Mitch, it's about his risk and reward management, or how he, deals with that on a plan and play out basis. He understands the high percentage throws because he reads the coverage and he'll say, okay, this is zone right here. So I need to go right now to this out route, or I need to go right now to this flat route. And on paper, if you're talking high percentage throws, yes, that is the right read to make. That is the high percentage throw. It's the safe throw. But when you're talking about if it's a situation where you need to push that ball down the field, you need to go beyond the sticks. Now you're not necessarily saying because of this being the coverage and that being the high percentage throw, that's the one you should make. No, you shouldn't make that throw anymore. You need to take that chance and put it into a situation where you're giving your guy a chance, 50-50 ball. So with that, I don't think it's necessarily him not being able to read the field, because I think he reads and he processes it very fast. I just think for him, he needs to be able to do more of what we saw Thursday night, which was him saying, you know what, I'm going to dial back being so cautious. I'm going to dial back being so overprotective of the football, and I'm actually going to put the ball in positions where my receivers can go make a play. That George Pickens pass, the Deontay Johnson throw, he's not throwing those type of passes in those first 2 weeks, man. But we started to see more of him being more intentional downfield. That's what we need to see more of. Now, in terms of the arm strength and some of those type of nuances, you know, everybody's going to have their opinions with that. So that's why I stay up out of that thing. But as a whole, man, I do think that that's the part that Mitch has to improve upon, is just cutting it loose more. The frequency part of it. He needs to do it more. But we shall see, man. We shall see. But shout out to you again, though, Fran Bradford, excuse me for that, man. We definitely appreciate you.
I actually think Mitch is going to do fine this week.
I do as well. I
AJ
think this
Martinez.
is a nice matchup for him as well, for this team as well, man. But we'll also go get into that.
So stop and smell the roses and tell your loved ones you love them.
Ain't
Life goes by so fast. 7 sabotage, por vida. 33 was on 7's podcast, buzzed out thanks to 7.
Shout out to my man Merle. Absolutely.
I like that. 7 sabotage, por vida. It's the 7 sabotage crew for life.
I see it, man. I see it.
So there's Kenny Nation.
Kenny Nation. That's right.
What's the 7 sabotage crew name? Is that it? 7 sabotage.
7 sabotage featuring Deke.
7 sabotage for life. I like that.
Yeah.
That's the crew.
Yeah, you're definitely the leader. Of
AJ
that.
Martinez. I know Kyle Monier's in there speaking the truth too.
But you're the front man.
Oh, for sure.
You're for sure the front man.
That's one I
yes,
definitely let
you're the
out.
front man.
I am not debating that at all. Jacob Alessio. I'm proud of it. Quote of the day. Hashtag don't be Jeff Dahmer. Titty Mitch.
Huh? What? Is that for real?
He says quote of the day and quotes. He says don't be Jeff Dahmer. Titty Mitch. Did Mitch Trubisky say that?
I don't.
Did he say that in his press conference or
That
something?
would be wow.
My goal is to not be Jeff Dahmer.
I don't know. That's interesting to say the least.
We've been getting some interesting sound bites over
We
these last
have
couple
been.
weeks.
We definitely
Nothing
have
to
been.
that degree.
That's a lot.
But Pickens
That
saying
would be
he's
a lot.
open 100% of the time. That was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was. But that.
Matthew Gisner. Happy Wednesday from behind enemy lines in the 410.
Yes, shout out to you, man. Absolutely.
Local question on sports radio here. This is nice. We're getting some behind the scenes enemy lines insight here. Who would you rather have for just one game, Lamar or Josh Allen? And what's WYT?
What you think?
What you think? Okay.
Yeah. Oh man. Lamar Jackson versus
Wow.
Josh Allen for one game. Man, I love both of these dudes. I ain't gonna lie to you. They both like my guys.
I think I'd take Allen.
I'm gonna go Josh just because that's more my guy because he plays in Buffalo. But
we got to see that performance against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that from Lamar in like playoff big moment.
yeah, we haven't seen the playoff one yet.
Yeah.
Yes. But in terms of we haven't seen a regular season like Lamar did from Josh in terms of start to finish, MVP, that type of just craziness either. So that's the part where I was like, I definitely, man, it's no wrong answer either way though. But I'm gonna go Josh. But it's no wrong answer.
Yeah, I'd go Josh Allen too. Corey Hewins, did y'all see OBJ's comments on artificial turf?
Yeah, I did.
Going back to the Giants game, right?
Yeah, I think because what Sterling Shepard tore his ACL at the end of that game, man, just running literally straight on the turf. But
literally jogging.
Yeah, so the big issue in terms of the turf, pros and cons. The cons to it are your feet get stuck a lot. So that's when you talk about like knee injuries, you're more prone to tear ACLs, you're more prone to tear knee ligaments or leg ligaments when you're on turf just because of how it grips, and it is not forgiving in the sense it's the equivalent of running on concrete. So any of my runners out there or even hoopers, you know how it is when you're running up and down that floor, man, your knees hurt, your hips hurt. That's what it's like playing on turf as well. But the injury risk is very, very high. Now, the pros to having turf is number one, weather-wise, especially in the part of the country, northeastern part, where you get snow, where you get all that type of stuff, you don't have to worry about the fields freezing. You don't have to worry about the upkeep. You think about in Pittsburgh how we've seen the clips of when it was Heinz Field actually, and how it would get destroyed when you have a game on Friday, then Pitt plays on Saturday. By the time the Steelers get out there on Sunday, it's literally just dirt and sand spray painted green. Like, that's what they would do. And when you're talking about the quality, at times people didn't want to play in Pittsburgh because the field wasn't the condition that it needed to be, but that was the grass part of it, right? Now, when you're talking about turf, you don't have to worry about those conditions. You don't have to worry about the field freezing. You don't have to worry about it getting chopped up because so many people are running on it. So it's a low maintenance thing, but the risk of injury is heightened when you're on turf. The other thing is, yeah, you're going to feel faster on turf, because it's like I said, running on cement. You know what I mean? So you're hitting that ground, boom, boom, boom. You're able to get back and stuff like that. So that part is dope. But once again, when you talk about the longevity, it's terrible for your knees, it's terrible for your hips, terrible for your lower back. So you feel that. And a lot of times, even as a player, the older you get, man, you hate when you're playing on fields that are turf, because you know it's going to take you a little bit longer in terms of your recovery. When we would practice, we would always want to practice outside, even when it was snowing, because we're like, man, at least we have a grass field in Pittsburgh. But when it got to go inside, that's when you go into the turf. So you'll see guys take off the cleat shoes and wear like the turf shoes and stuff like that, just to kind of mitigate or try to lower that risk injury and stuff like that, man. So now he's definitely right with it, but I can understand from an owner's perspective why they're not jumping at the opportunity to switch out all the turf fields, because it is going to cost a lot more in terms of just your maintenance. It takes a lot more effort in terms of just keeping the field from freezing, keeping the field in nice playing condition. You got to reside it and stuff like that. So
here's what he said: just get rid of it altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Billions made off this game. I can't understand why we can't play on grass.
Yeah,
that shit is rough. Prayers up for my brother. Shit just hurt my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question then, because I think he's got a point where
he definitely does have a point.
The NFL is making so much money.
Yep.
You can get every field on grass. It's
you could.
just the maintenance that you were talking about. All right, do it for the player safety. How did you feel about the grass later in the season, as you're talking about when they replaced it in Heinz Field, and it was like it looked dead. It always looks dead later in the season.
Like recently, they've changed it and they've done a lot better job with it. But for a while, you hated playing in Pittsburgh in November, December, January.
Better or worse than turf, though?
No, it was worse because
really?
Yes, that's what you hear us talk about, wearing 7-stud cleats and staggering them because you couldn't get grip. Or you have to worry about the field being frozen. That was another thing that you kind of deal with. So it's a lot of things that when you're on grass and that field freezes, you hit that ground, you're going to get knocked out. Like, it's going to put you to sleep, or you have a back injury, depending on where you're playing at. You know, if you got the Miami team, you might have a back injury. You might call that. But for us, we call them concussions. But that does increase when you are playing on your grass fields, because they don't give at all in terms of when they get frozen in the later part of the year. So a lot of times you want to have some type of heating system in there as well. But once again, when you're talking about the cost part of it for these NFL owners, let's be real. It's plenty of things that they could be doing with those billions of dollars, right? For player safety, for whatever. But they pick and choose what they want to do. So for this right here, they're picking and choosing. They don't have to change it. Does it make sense to? Sure. Does it help the product? Sure. But if you think about their overarching business model, they're not tripping on players getting hurt, because they know what? We got a fresh crop of new guys coming in every single year. Younger guys anyways, new stars anyways. And as long as we keep turning it over, we never have to worry about it being kind of like the NBA, where players become bigger than teams and people root for players. Here, you're still loyal to your team, your logo, because you never have a guy outside of a Ben Roethlisberger, which is a rarity, right? It's not a lot of guys that last that long on one team. So from a business perspective, it even makes sense for them not to touch it also. But that's the part that OBJ is still fussing about, because we're saying, hey, man, if we're your product and you care about us, take care of us. And this is what you could do right now to help that. But this isn't nothing new. We were hollering about this in 2010 in Buffalo, where the Bills were rated as having the worst turf and having the most knee injuries and injuries that were taking place on that field. We hollered about that in 10, 11, 12, and they never changed anything. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's the sad truth of the matter, though.
Yeah.
Matthew Gisner, what's up with Minka?
Yeah, man, the surprise addition to the injury report listed him as having a concussion, but he did play all of the plays, all of the snaps in the game. So I'm not 100% sure when it happened.
Is he riding a bike again or something?
Oh, Lord, don't do that. He did have a long weekend now. Come on. But at least when Coach Thomas spoke on him, he was he left the door open in a sense. He didn't say, you know, when the guy, I forgot who the reporter was asking him, what does this defense look like, or how does this defense account for the loss of Minkah on Sunday? He said he's not willing to start thinking like that just yet. So that kind of gave me a little bit of hope that, hey, man, maybe Minkah will be able to come back at some point in time, you know, on Sunday. But that's still something that, you know, we'll discuss. And we'll see, you know, what the practice report is like for the rest of this week, because we know.
You ready?
No, because
I got a big update.
Well, no, because I was going to talk to you real quick.
Okay.
Because we know when it comes to concussions, guys practice. But it's all about clearing the protocol. That's the big part. So until we get him out of the protocol, that's the thing we're trying to see. But go ahead, man. What you going to say? Hit me with, though.
Full practice today.
Yeah.
Kevin Dotson, full practice. That's huge.
That's
huge because we know who's backing him up. If Kevin Dotson can't go.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Yeah, because he got hit with the ankle.
Yeah, he did.
Akello, with that hamstring, did not practice.
Okay.
That's a bummer. And then Presley Harvin. We'll get into that later with Jordan Berry, but he was full practice.
Interesting. Okay.
That's really weird.
Like I said, with the Minkah one, man, it's all about him clearing that protocol. Him being out there as a full participant is definitely huge, though. I definitely like that, but got to pass that protocol. That's the day, man. But this is definitely a huge step, though. Yeah, the Presley one is interesting, though. He's dealing with hip inflammation, though, man. And obviously, you know what? We'll go ahead and tap into that. Do we have a couple more supers we want to get to first?
It's up to you.
Actually, man, we're right here in a moment, man. Let's get to it.
Okay.
But, you know, sticking with those injuries, we did bring back Jordan Berry. We signed him to the practice squad. Obviously, Berry's been with us for, what? He got here, was it 15 or 16? I think it was 16 when he joined.
When he started his career here?
Yeah. Yeah, 16. Played up until last season where he spent he spent all of last season in Minnesota. And then this training camp got beat out. Obviously was a free agent and stuff like that, and that's ultimately why we were able to bring him back. The familiarity is there, and while he was in Minnesota, man, he still was pretty impressive up there. That
was the best season.
Yeah, definitely was. And one of historic proportions for his Vikings status. I think he's second. He finished in terms of his average punt was like 44 yards per
46.
punt. 46, yeah. So it was like
46
second.
and a half.
It was like second in like Vikings punting history. So I was like, yo, that's pretty dope for him.
Viking legend.
Hey, man, shout out to him, man, for one season, right? But they did that in response to Presley Harvin dealing with some hip inflammation. That's what they were saying. So we're just trying to see with this, obviously, this is more of a precaution because, yeah, if Presley's good to go, you roll with Presley. But if he is not good to go, you don't want to wait to the last minute to be signing a punter when we have seen, especially this year, how important our punting is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we've been at a spot where we haven't had the lame duck punts anymore, or the just like, what the heck was those? Like, we're in a good space right now.
Donald Copeland says we injured PH6 for punting too much.
Oh, man. He's been kicking a lot. He's been punting a lot, bro. He has been punting a lot. Not as much as my man out in Denver, Corliss Waitman. Shout out to him. But he's been punting a lot, though. He definitely has, man. But to me, man, I either way, I feel good about if we got to get out of a bind in a week. You know, if this is one of those situations where, like I said, he was full participant, so the medical team will, you know, evaluate him, and obviously Coach and Danny Smith will look and see what did he look like in terms of the quality of the work. Because as we've heard Coach Simon talk about before, you can be out there, but what does it look like? What is the quality like? So if there's a scenario where they feel like he's good to go and he's not going to risk, you know, making things worse or anything like that, you roll with him. But if it's a scenario where you might want to give him the week, at least you got Jordan Berry in-house.
It's not that bad. I feel like a lot of Steeler fans are upset about this one. It's like, who else are you going to get? Berry's not that bad.
He had a 40 net when he was here. And once again, we talk about the 40 net. What does that mean? It is the punt plus the coverage. 40 is the magic number when you're talking about the net punting average. So to break it down, if you punt the ball 60 yards, it's a 10-yard return. It means it's a 50-yard net because you had the 60 yards for the punt, but you got to subtract the return, and then that's how you get your average. So when you talk about averaging 40-plus yards of net punting, that means you are putting that ball consistently where it needs to be. Your coverage is doing what it needs to be, and you're just overall a varsity punter. That is where both of these guys have been and where both of these guys currently are. So I'm with you, Deke. It's nothing negative outside of Presley need to get his hip.
Waitman's on the Broncos. Like, that would have been the other guy we could have signed.
I'm about to say, for me, is Brad Wing available? He's the other guy. I would say, yeah. Were there any punters though?
Yeah, it's not like we're having Barry be our starter.
Yeah.
And if anything, you would have wanted that last year
right.
compared to how Presley Harvin did. But now Harvin is who we think he is. That's why we drafted him so far this season.
Absolutely.
Punting really well.
Absolutely. So, I definitely, like I said, I didn't have any issues with that. But in the corresponding move, they did release Delonte Scott from the practice squad. And he was one of those guys that since the COVID rules, they're allowed to practice squad, but on game, they can bump up certain players. He was one of those guys that had been bumped up. But I do think if he isn't picked up by anyone else, whenever we open up a spot, I do think Delonte will be back because they seem to like him a lot. Obviously, with his size, some of his athletic ability, he's just very raw. So you need to, he's a perfect practice squad candidate, so to speak, in the sense of you just want him to continue to develop and continue to get more polished because he does have some of the framework to be a really good player in this league.
You know who we could think about?
At what position?
Punter. He's pretty good for us, actually.
For us?
Yeah.
Oh.
War number 7. The only guy that can come back and wear number 7. Benjamin Roethlisberger.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be opposed if we bring him back to punt. He's a lefty punter. Has only punted dots from what I see or what I remember.
Yes.
I don't remember any shanks. He'll put the ball where it needs to be, but he just so happens to have a decent arm and can command an offense, score some touchdowns, win some Super Bowls whenever he's a quarterback.
Which one do you think he's better at, punting or throwing?
Throwing. So that's why I'm saying if things just aren't really working out on offense again, into the first quarter, second quarter.
That's what you go with it?
Make a quick switch.
Okay.
Make the punter also the starting quarterback mid-game and see where life takes us.
So does he still punt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay.
Someone did that in the past. Was it Ray Guy, right?
Okay.
Wasn't he a punter and a quarterback?
Okay. All right.
Let's throw it back a little bit.
Hey, man, you heard
1940 style.
Did bring out the old school single bar face mask too?
That would be legendary.
It would be. It would be. I could just see him out just
for one game.
Single bar.
For one game, but then Ben's going to throw 3 touchdowns, and we're going to want him back as the starting quarterback. Give him his old helmet back for the Bills game. Yeah,
I can dig that.
Come on.
I can dig it.
I wouldn't be opposed to that move.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fire Canada mid-game, too. Why not? Cut off the cord.
I can't say that I would be in support of that move, but it would be very interesting to say the least.
The move wouldn't be about Ben being the punter. The move is getting him back in the system.
I can see.
To get Mitch out of there and get 7 back to where he rightfully should be.
Yeah. What about Kenny? You just going to just leapfrog Kenny? Kenny don't get I thought Kenny was next man up.
He is. He's next man up.
You can't go from Mitch.
After 7.
You can't go from Mitch to 7 off the street.
Yeah, Come on. You definitely can.
No, you can't.
You can.
No, you can't. No. It's Kenny's time. He's loading. You can't leapfrog Kenny.
This will be a season for Kenny to sit and learn behind the legend.
Did you really just see a season for Kenny? So
if 7's back.
So you're going to waste the first round draft pick? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
What are we doing here?
He can play whenever 7's ready to give the reins over to him.
We're going to stunt his growth? That's what we're going to do? We're going to waste his career away? He's already 26, what you told me, right?
He can maybe play when he's 27.
What? You're taking years off his career. He's up there, man.
No, he's primed. He'll be ready. By
then. Man,
he'll be 100. He'll be 2 ready.
Oh no, man. Oh no.
Learning behind a legend, that's invaluable. Ask Mason.
Oh yeah. It worked out really well for Mason. I've seen.
He didn't do enough studying.
Oh, is that right?
He needed to do some better work in the classroom.
Is that right?
Yeah. Ben was trying to teach him some stuff.
No, Ben said he was going to do this.
He's a leader by example.
Ben's
a leader by example.
Ben said I'm going to just point to the playbook. I didn't make that.
That's on Mason for not picking up everything he should have.
I'm just saying, he didn't want that. So he's going to hit Kenny with the, hey, if he has any questions, I'm just going to point to the playbook.
Relationship would be a little bit better.
And why is that?
Just feel like it.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure? Because this is like the guy who's about to be, potentially bigger than.
Either way, I don't care. Having 7 back, anyone else could take a seat. They're taking a back seat. They're backups.
Okay.
That's my plan, though. That's my grand scheme. If it was up to me,
I could dig it.
If I was like if I was the GM, the head GM, I guess that'd be too obvious.
It would be.
Be like the assistant GM, like trying to work this
covert.
behind the scenes.
You're a numbers guy. I could dig it.
Yeah. It's like I don't think Barry can work within this structure, but we got this guy over here. His name starts with an R. He used to play here. He's familiar.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't we bring him here? He'll play for free. Vet minimum.
Now, in all seriousness, though, I don't think that's going to work. But we did have another move that took place where we're switching out some starters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Going from my 2010 draft class partner them, Tyson Alualu being the starting nose tackle, to now we're getting Montravius Adams. So maybe that's the switch that, that wasn't the one that you wanted, but that was the one that you needed. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, one I really didn't have my close eye on.
Come on, man.
But
it wasn't what you wanted, but it's what you needed.
Hey, there's some stats out there. We talked about Alex Kozor.
Stat me, please.
He said in 3 games, the yards per carry allowed by the defense when each player was on the field.
My God.
Tyson, 5 yards per carry. Montravius Adams, 2.6.
All right.
He said stat is a bit broad and sample size is small.
So why post it then? For a narrative.
Something to look at, something to think about.
It's for a narrative, yes. You just said it right there. The stat is broad, the sample size is small. It's narrative. But I do get it.
It's a stat, though.
No. And fair enough. And trust me, it's all good in terms of posting stats. And I don't have an issue with people that post stats. I just don't do a lot of putting all my resources into it. But in all seriousness, though, man, the reason I think they make this move and why it makes sense, man, for what we're looking for right now, Tyson is your traditional nose tackle. Eat up space. He can win in terms of the run game. He's not over the top pass rusher, but can he work in there? Absolutely. But he is definitely more of that, just, sit in that thing, keep these linebackers free, and let's go to work. When you talk about Montravius, though, Montravius is more of a 4-3 tackle. He is a penetrator. Think Javon Hargrave. 1 foot in the ground, getting north and south, getting vertical. The difference when you're talking about the two of them, one is more disruptive right now, which is what you need, especially when you don't have a TJ Watt. We talk about how do you balance the loss of TJ. We talk about when we're watching them, we don't see a lot of penetration. We don't see a lot of pass rush. We don't see a lot of get off the ball. Well, Montravius gives you that as an upgrade over Tyson. Different in terms of what they're bringing, but for what you need right now, if you're saying, hey, we don't know what this outside linebacker / DN is looking like. We're rotating guys. We're trying different things. But the one thing that does consistently show up on tape, very similar to what I was talking about with Larry Ogunjobi today on my on the film session, was that, man, when you're able to get upfield, sometimes it doesn't have to be right in terms of your gap, in terms of your technique. But because it disrupts the time and it disrupts the flow of the pullers and stuff like that, it just allows your linebackers, it allows a guy that maybe isn't winning his matchup to still make a play. And when you're talking about a Tyson Alualu versus Montravius Adams at this stage in their careers, Montravius fits that a lot better than what Tyson does. So that's why for me, when I saw the stat of, 5 yards, 2 yards, I'm like, I hear it, but it's way more nuance. It's way more of that, of what I just broke down, to why I think they're making that move. Not the whole scapegoat narrative either, because I did see that floating around that, oh man, we needed a change. They didn't want to switch coordinators. They didn't want to switch quarterbacks. All right, Tyson, you're the victim. I did see that. I don't think it's that at all. Not at all. But as a whole, I do think Montravius does give you that type of penetration that you would need, though, man.
Wait,
yeah.
Come on.
You know it, bro.
Wait.
People will start a narrative quickly, bro.
Come on.
I'm with you, bro. That's saying that's it. Come on, man. Are you for real right now? But that's the thing. Yeah.
Just making a move for the sake of making a move?
Yes. You have heard of that before. We've all talked about teams that do this. Yes.
Come on. This isn't one of them, though. Because
I agree. I don't think it's one of them, but people tried to, oh, man, we talking about the offense. We hollering about quarterback, and now you moving the nose tackle? Think about it. What have we hollered all these games? Offense, quarterback, coordinator. And the move you make is your nose tackle.
I'm not buying that conspiracy. I think anyone with eyes can see our defensive line has to be better.
I would agree, bro.
Based off how they played these last 2 games, particularly against the run.
Yes.
And if you think Montravius Adams gives us that spark over Alualu, now you have that stat right there, but also Tomlin just straight up said it in the press conference. I think Montravius is playing better than Alualu. Now, I'm tough to get a good gauge on individual performances on the defensive line, especially when I'm drunk at the stadium. But if this is the move that needs to happen, I'm fine with it. Yeah,
like I said, for me, going back and watching them, and especially this last game, that's the biggest difference to me, man. Tyson is more of your fundamental traditional nose tackle, whereas Montravius, he's a penetrator. He's a 4-3 tackle that we moonlight as a nose tackle, but we moonlight him as a nose tackle. But he is truly a D tackle in a 4-3. Tyson is a true nose tackle in a 3-4 that we moonlight at times as a 4-3 DM when we go to our sub package ball. So everything in terms of this move, it does make sense. But that was pretty funny when I did see the people with the scapegoat narrative. I'm like, nah, man. I mean, I get it, and it would be easy to go there.
Such an innocent bystander.
It would be so easy to go there, but you got to think context-wise. He's a big enough name that it gets your attention.
It doesn't get my attention at all that much.
We're
honestly.
talking about it. If think about
35-year-old Tyson,
they could have switched
swapping
out
him for a younger guy.
Bro, everybody
doesn't really move the needle
but
that
everybody
much.
was excited about him coming back this year.
I was, yeah.
Come on, so it does move the needle in that sense. Come on, he's a fan favorite. Oh, man, he turned down Jacksonville to come back to us and all this other stuff. We felt the loss of Tyson last year when he went down as well. All of that. So, yes, he is a big enough name, but not significant to the point of a Miles Jack or a Devin Bush or any of those guys being switched out. But he's still a big enough name. So, that's why they went with that narrative. I get it. But I don't think that's the case in here. But I do get it, though.
Man.
Yeah.
No, I think outside of the quarterback, what's one that would make sense and also really move the needle? I'd say a Jalen Warren over Najee Harris one. I can't see us benching any of the receivers. There's no way.
Or Akello out the starting lineup, Cam Sutton, Levi Wallace in the starting lineup. That would move the needle as well. And granted, it's different right now because Akello was hurt. But if Akello had pulled his hammy,
I think people want Witherspoon benched right now.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like that would move the needle. That would have people like, oh,
changes are happening.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even know if that would. As much as I think it shouldn't happen because I still believe in Witherspoon. I think people want Witherspoon gone right now.
They do.
they really do.
I get it, but you also got to.
So like people would be happy about that. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, this needed to happen."
But to me, man, I always say context, man. This dude that had Jamar Chase week 1 and he had Amari Cooper week 2. It's like, bro, they gonna get theirs on you at times. Now you got to be more competitive than it was this third game. But I'm still with you. I have not turned the light off on Akello. I'm just saying, man, we got to respect these matchups a little bit more. We got to respect these matchups a little bit more. We can't be saying that Akello's going to lock up, Amari Cooper like that. Maybe Amari heard that and he used his bulletin board material. You know what? That probably.
I'm sorry, Akello.
That could have been it.
I'm sorry to Akello for having confidence in Akello.
I mean, you did it to Pierre as well. You got a little track record. Did you do it to Artie Burns? Were you an Artie Burns fan?
I did like Artie Burns
a
lot.
Oh, Lord. I'm seeing
Especially
a trend here,
after his
Deke.
rookie season.
I'm seeing a trend here, Deke. I'm seeing a trend, bro.
Artie Burns was the next Ike Taylor for us.
Oh, Lord. You put the Ike T. Oh, my gosh.
The lockdown corner we've been missing. That's what I thought. I think that's what everyone thought. After his rookie season, he played awesome.
Now, he was hooping his rookie season. He was. But, Deke, I'm just saying, man, that's them 3 dudes you done put the hex on, so to speak, man.
I'm sorry.
Can you do me a favor? You could like Levi Wallace. Don't like Cam Sutton. Can you just leave him alone?
Sure. I seen him get burned a little too
thank
often.
you. So don't like Cam Sutton. Whatever you do, don't like him. He's my friend. Don't like him.
He does make plays though.
Don't even say that. Don't even acknowledge it. Just
I like
leave him
his
alone.
playmaking.
No, you do not. You don't like
do.
anything about him. You don't even like his outfits. Okay? You don't like nothing. Okay? You like Levi. You like Pierre. You like Akello. You like everybody else but Cam Sutton. I don't like your energy towards these corners right now, man.
What's next on the docket?
Next on the docket, then we got some more supers, and then after that, man, we'll pay a bill. Like and don't like. Speaking of like, make sure y'all like the vid. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification bell if you have not done so already. But salute each and every one of you guys and gals. So yeah, let's get a couple.
Do you remember what the last one was?
We should be at Monier.
Okay.
My thing is,
I got it. Yep.
Yeah.
I got it. Give me 1 sec. Matthew Gesner said, "What's up with Minka?" Yep, Kyle Monier. He says, "My thing is, I 150% believe Canada sabotaged Ben's final year. I just can't get that bad taste out of my mouth. First half versus the Browns was nice, but at some point we got to have a full game without 3 and outs."
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And when we talked about Mitch's performance, Matt Canada's performance, this offense's performance, that is where we were really critical of them as a group, as a unit, because granted, we love to focus on Mitch with some of the third down stuff, or we try to put all of it on him, but he is a part of that pie. Not saying that he's the smallest part, not saying that he's the biggest part, but he is a part of it, and each week has been varying degrees of his role in the third down offense and stuff like that. But across the board, they definitely have to improve in that area. I was just kind of curious in terms of how you was 150% sure that Canada was the sabotage. I'm
like 200% sure. Canada was part of it. It's just the whole thing. Canada, the decision making of bringing in Canada.
Okay.
By the organization, Colbert, Tomlin. Yeah, it was.
All right.
It was sad. It was like
we don't have any
5v1. Like Ben did what he could. He still got us to the playoffs.
No proof on anything else. That just seemed real, like a lot of speculation, man.
No, it's real. Ben said it.
He did.
So many signs point to it.
He said he was sabotaged.
He said they didn't want me back.
Did he say he was sabotaged?
It goes hand in hand.
Oh, all right.
It goes hand in hand.
Okay.
With how the last season played out, for sure. Not giving him the man an offensive line and college coordinator, crappy defense. Now that's not technically sabotage, but
you had the depot on defense though.
Yeah, we needed a better defense though as a whole. That was bad.
Worst
rushing defense in the league.
You had a depot
giving up 200 yards a pop to some of these running backs.
Top 2 D tackle over there as well, man. Top 5 safety, however you want to rank them. You know.
That's unfortunate. We were very top heavy because we did have some stars, but.
Deontay got the bag. Deontay, he had a Pro Bowl receiver.
Come on, dude.
Had a Pro Bowl running back.
Come on.
Had a tight end that a lot of people are excited about.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
That line was terrible.
I'm just saying. They got off.
They got Ben injured too.
They got 2 and a half Pro Bowls out of that thing, man. That's all. I'm just checking.
That's because Seven was feeding him. Did what he could. Did what he could for his team. Get us in the playoffs. Get players Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
He's doing it all. He's putting his life on the line out there.
Man of the people.
Calmonier, we need to feed Pickens and Pat the Rock way more.
Man, they're gonna have some opportunities. Obviously we'll talk about them a lot more when we start to preview the Jets versus the Steelers game and everything like that. But no, those are definitely 2 dudes that, man, we're gonna be talking about, man.
The King Herc, you and Deke got to do Buddy like it's Bad Boys. LOL. I've never seen Bad Boys. Sorry. I know what it is. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. They got how many of them? 2 or 3? Never seen it. Sorry.
And he's referring to a scene in Bad Boys 2. Yeah.
Good scene.
One of the guys, his daughter, is getting ready to go on a date. He has the same type of energy that I have. So when they open up the door.
Will Smith or Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence's daughter.
Okay.
So Will and Martin are there. Beaters on. Turns white beaters. Guns out. Bottle like they drunk. Talking extra greasy. You ever made love to a man you want to? Hey, man, how old are you? What, you look 30, you know? It's one of them scenes, like, and the kid, he's just like this innocent young dude. He's just like, no, sir. Mm-hmm. And they like going in to the mom and the daughter actually hear them, and they're like, yo, man, leave him alone. Yeah, it was a heck of a scene. I loved it. Yeah. If you don't, it's gonna be chitty chitty bang bang. I said she better be back by nah, man. See, I just came home. You don't understand, man. Hey, you ever been locked up? You ever made love to a man? You want to? It was like, bro, he was on one. It was a beautiful scene though. So yes, I can definitely feel that, man. Yes.
Jacob Malessia.
And trust me, I've contemplated that as well. You know, we like to take my daughter. We go shooting. It's like, you know, it would be fun to, you know, just be like, hey, man. I don't know which one I want to work with today.
Make a cardboard cutout of the friend.
You know?
Put him out in the target area.
I thought about that too. I'm just like, you know.
How'd this get here?
What a coinky dink. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. But how you ain't seen any bad?
Nah.
I'm just. It's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's not okay, but
either the okay. VHSs have been around the house whenever I was a kid, because my dad's definitely seen them. I just never got around them. Sorry.
It's a heck of a series.
Don't blame my fam. Like I said, I've seen some Bad Boys VHSs laying around.
Bad Boys 3, like they a vibe, bro. They're a vibe.
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Malessia, is KK's friend a football player?
Yes, he is, which was very unique in this sense, right? So I caught what my daughter was trying to do. She be trying to like butter me up. She's like, yo, Dad, you're never going to believe this. He plays football like you. Hey, Dad, you're never going to believe this. he plays defense too. Dad, he watches the podcast. Hey, Dad, guess what, Dad? He played varsity and he plays JV. This is what you did too, Dad? Yep. You know, Dad, you know that candy that you always like, them nerds and all that stuff? Guess what, Dad? He like them same candy. I'm like, bruh, no, I hate football. I don't like candy. I didn't play varsity or JV then. How about that? And I don't like defense either. Okay? Yes. But she's trying to butter me up, bro. That's what she went with. She's like, Dad, he plays defense just like you. Yeah, Dad, is it like, you know how you told me you like when you would go to your games and like mom would put your number on her cheek? Can I put my number? Hey, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, Dad, can I put his number? Yeah.
You're wearing his number on your cheek.
No. The way how my wife sometimes would support me, you know, when you put and she's saying because she would go to some of his games, and she's always like, "Yo, Dad, you know how Mom would do this? I'm like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? You catch my drift? Like that's a lot for me, man. I'm processing through it. I talk to her very candid, like how I'm talking to you, because that's the only way I know how to parent right now. I have not got to that smooth parenting stage where it's like, oh yeah, man, everything is perfect. I get real like old school, like I go back to like my days, and I just it's just raw. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't care if he like the game. Is he nice? You know what I'm saying? Is he nice though? Can he ball? He can't ball, or he can ball, because that matters. You know that matters a lot, man. It does matter. I don't want him to be a star. He can't suck either, though. He's got to be in that fine little in-between spot, you know, because if he's a star,
contributor.
If he's the star in high school, you know how that is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. But if you the bum, I ain't got time for that either. You know, you can't work with the bum.
Solid contributor.
You got to be just a good player. Like, yo, he's respectable. You like his game.
Captain.
Yeah, good character guy, or captain, because he's young. You know, she's a sophomore, so they're not there just yet. But it's like, you know, maybe, you know, he's like a captain in the making. But you can't be the team captain as a sophomore. You can't be the star out there as a sophomore. Sure. Like, that can't happen. That can't be. Because then I'm like, nope, I don't want to hear any of that. Nope, I don't want to. Oh, he's going to recruit that. Nah, not that one. Okay? So right now, we're in a good space. Okay? So I'm trying to work my way into this thing. But Jacob, since you wanted to ask, is he a football player? You see the rent you just got out of me? Okay? I'm working on it.
Well, you got more comments here. Moats, this is from Mike Lang.
I'm trying, bro.
Moats, you get the teammates together and redo the scene from Den of Thieves when they were in the garage when baby girl bring her friend over.
And trust me, I've already had multiple of them. Yeah, I know you ain't seen Den of Thieves, but 50 Cent, he's the dad in this movie. It's a like high action, they're bank robbers and stuff like that, cops and robbers type thing. And 50's the like one of the big gangsters in the movie, shooting, robbing people. It's like that. So before they're about to do this big robbery, it's prom night. So his daughter's all dolled up, looking beautiful. The little guy comes through. So 50 says he takes this little so yo, let me come holler at you for a second. He takes his little bandana out, tucks in his pocket, little gang stuff, right? So he takes him into the garage, and it's like 20 of his homies, like big Samoan cats, muscled up, tatted up, just gangster dudes in there. And he's giving it the spill. Hey, yo, man, for 16 years, you know, she been my responsibility every day. I had to watch over her, make sure she got home safely, nothing happened to her. And now for the first time, this is not going to be my responsibility. It's on you. He's like, you saw these guys in here, though? They love her just like a daughter. And he's like, good luck. Walks out, dude face. He was like, yo, shook. And literally, I think that night when they ended up getting back, chick's like, yo, he came back like super early. He would have like talked to her, touch it, like nothing the whole night. Yeah. And I was like, I get it, bro. I get it. But I did have some of my homies, they've been like, yo, chomping at the bit, volunteering themselves. Like, yo,
really?
Let me pull up.
TG?
Yes, I've had multiple guys. College guys and NFL guys that I've rocked with. They're like, bro, whenever you ready, we here. And I'm like, yo, we go, just give me some time. Because I don't know once I green light, I can't pull it off. You know what I mean? Once the green light is on, it's on. So it's a work in progress right now. But yes, dude. Yeah.
That'd be an hilarious scenario.
It's the daughters, bro. It's daughters. I love them, but this is...
Get you, Peasy, Harrison.
Come on, bro. No shirts on. You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. Law Dog, what up, Timmons? I need you. What up, Vinny? I need you. TG, I need you. S2, what up, baby? Come on, man. Get the gang back. What up? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we at with it, man.
That'd be legendary.
Come on, bro.
How about this question? This is an amazing question. Cam and Strader. Who sees the field first? Kenny or TJ?
Ooh,
that's an amazing question. Wow. You see the videos of TJ practicing today. Looks good. He's extending those arms out. He was.
Kenny or TJ?
Can we see them both week 5? That's a good one.
That actually is.
That's a really good question.
It's really good. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, I can see TJ still pushing into after the bye. And I'm like, man, if that's the case, that's what I can see Kenny getting the opportunities after the bye. So it's really a coin flip. I'm going to go for the sake of the team still winning and the team still being on track and having everything they want. I'm going to say that TJ sees the field first. I do feel like if Kenny sees the field first, we might be in that doomsday, we push that panic button scenario. I'm hoping that that's not the case, but that's my personal opinion. But yes, who you picking, man? You going Kenny or TJ?
I think the odds should be more favorable for TJ if this was like an actual betting line. And
shout out to you. And who brought that? Cameron brought it. I did see Mike Lang said we should poll it up as well, man. This is a daggone good question,
That's
bro.
That's a good question.
This is a good one.
So with TJ, I'm thinking he's going to be back before the bye.
You think so?
After seeing these videos.
Now, how long does now? Hold on. What week was he that he's first eligible to come back?
Damn, I don't even know. Isn't it a 4-week?
It's a 4-week thing. Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was if his time would be that Dolphins game or not.
I think it is. I think it's either Dolphins or Eagles. And I think the offense does continue to improve. Mm-hmm. And Mitch does enough to where Tomlin isn't going to press the panic button.
Okay.
I still think there could be calls for Pickett, and I still think those calls could be justified. But I think Tomlin's going to play that slow. I think he's going to be more conservative about when to switch the quarterback out.
And we did hear Coach Tomlin when he was speaking yesterday. He did say that he can see the offense progressing. And he said what did he say? Likes the direction, the overall direction that they're going or something along those lines.
Yeah, like we should be 2-2 after this week. And
no, realistically, we should.
Mm-hmm. If you're taking the mindset that I have over these last couple of weeks and have just said, like, all right, let's see if Mitch buys himself more time. Mm-hmm. I think Mitch is going to, again, with this Jets game, buy himself more time.
Like I said, this is
I'm going to take it week by week, but I think if Mitch plays good, he at least is going to give himself two more weeks.
Easily,
Bills,
2 more.
Bucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just feel like it's TJ, and I could see TJ coming back after that Bucks game. Going back to his brother, J.J. Watt, coming back early, recovering quickly.
That would
be a Watt thing. Seeming like he's very, very motivated to come back in a timely manner. Like, that's why I'm thinking he's just going to be back before the bye.
Not a timely manner, record-breaking manner, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, I just have that feeling TJ's got that mentality. Is it in the Watt gene for them to recover fast?
Yeah.
I think he'll be back before the bye, like a game or two. If I had to place money.
I like it.
Whereas I think they're going to slow play the Kenny switch.
I like it. So, yeah, the poll is in, ladies and gentlemen. The poll is in. Deke can feel it. Did you get on the poll just yet?
Come on, bro.
What? Why are you laughing?
Come on, bro.
What did I say?
No.
What? It was something I said? I didn't say anything. I just said the poll.
Yeah, it's getting sus, dude.
What?
These comments are getting sus.
About what? You don't like to talk about my poll? You don't like the poll? Is it our poll? It's like both our polls. It's just my poll. Is it? I thought it was your poll too.
Nah.
It's not your poll, man.
Nah.
What, are you blushing, Deke? Don't blush about the poll, bro. What you mean?
This is just what would you call this actually?
I don't know. It's like a friendly poll. It's for all of us. Community poll.
This is a multiple choice question you put up there.
That's a multiple choice question that we like to just simply say is a poll because, Deke, don't you like the poll? I thought you like polls.
Nah.
A lot of people like polls. From what I've heard, a lot of people like polls, so that's why I put polls out there. Bro, hold on. No. Y'all asked for the poll. I ain't say, hey, you want some poll today? Y'all asked for the poll. Deke, they ain't asked for the poll. Hold on, Deke. It was a specific name up here. Somebody asked for the poll directly. I can't see who was asked for that poll. Somebody was like, yo, give me the poll. I want the poll right now. Poll me. So I polled it up. You know, that's what it did.
So they're the sus ones.
I'm just saying, I'm a man of the people. The people asked for the poll. I'm going to give them the poll. Who am I to Mike Lang? Mike Lang said, poll that up. Poll that question up. See? I put the poll in. I follow directions. I can listen.
Well,
I take coaching well.
I'm looking at these answers, and they think it's TJ.
They thinking it's TJ?
Are people giving reasons why in the chat?
I don't know. Cause can they comment on the poll? When you're on the poll, do you comment or you just tap it? Like which one you voting for? Like how you do it? You just tap one, or you spend some time with it?
So you're given two choices here, and I click on one of the choices.
So
one of the
two.
two.
So it's all right. I like this side of the poll versus the other side of the poll. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't think it's like that.
What is it like? It's two choices. You said.
No, it ain't like that.
So it's been in for 3 minutes. You want me to leave the poll in longer?
That's up to the fans. That's up to the chat.
All right. Well, y'all let me know when y'all want me to take that poll up out, okay? But for right now, we'll leave it in. Cool. In the poll, we're just simply asking, who do we think sees the field first? TJ Watt coming back from his pec injury, or Kenny Pickett getting that chance to get in at quarterback? Maybe you get, because it low-key could be a Kenny scenario where, like how we saw Malik Willis get his opportunity, right? Titans, game got out of hand. They pulled Tannehill. Malik got in. Not saying that Malik was going to start from then on, but he at least got that opportunity. So we're not asking, does Kenny start? We're just simply saying, does he get opportunity? Is he going to see the field first?
That helps the odds for Kenny.
It definitely does in a sense, man.
Not
necessarily
too much,
this
though.
week.
I don't think we're going to be getting blown out like that.
We
I don't think
our
we
defense is
should
too
be.
good for that too, bro.
I'd like to think.
Yeah.
Here's some reasoning, though.
Okay, let me hear it.
Shit, I lost it. Tidal Green, he says, TJ is different. Pittsburgh is cool during the storm. I don't know what the Pittsburgh is cool during the storm means for TJ.
I don't know either. But maybe he's saying, like, we don't have to.
Maybe he's saying
cool.
we weighed the waters a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. During the storm, TJ be back.
We could still be floating around 500.
Yeah, because if we're not cool during the storm, then that means we're going to be about to tip over. We're going to have to panic, which means we're going to have to make that switch with me and Kenny would get that opportunity then.
And if that's the case, you almost want to see TJ get healthy. Make sure he's really right before he's coming in and risking anything more.
For sure.
Know your boy says TJ because we need him more. Mr. Pitt Steelers for life says because Tomlin's scared. LOL, that's why.
The GOAT says TJ, but it's politics. He says, I say week 5 at the latest in terms of when TJ gets out back out there.
Oh, he thinks he could be back earlier than that.
That'd be fast. Or maybe he's saying that he thinks it'd be week 5 if it wasn't for the politics for Kenny Pickett getting out there. Because he just puts TJ, but it's politics. I say week 5 latest. That's kind of how I worded it.
Right.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin or TJ?
Ooh.
Are we going to see Calvin Austin this season?
I'm going to say TJ.
Jeez, man.
I don't even know what he hurt when he got hurt, but it's like, dude. And granted, he's on IR. So, yeah, he still got... No, I mean, he only had 4 weeks, so this would be his last one. Last week, and then he should be able to come back. Depending on what it was, this full extent of it, though.
Kenneth Moses says, Kenny won't get in unless 10 gets hurt. Other than that, he won't see the field until after the bye week.
So that leaves a lot on the table then. Because, one play at a time, man. But anything can happen. And we don't wish anybody getting hurt. But it's just a lot of context, though, for Kenny to potentially get out there over these next couple of games, man.
Yeah, how or why.
Yeah.
That would be a scenario as to how Kenny would see the field. That's how Ben saw the field.
Yeah.
In his rookie season. Maddox got hurt.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. So, man, this poll, it's been pretty one-sided. Which part of the poll were you on? Were you on the TJ part or the Kenny part?
I picked TJ Watt as my answer.
I could feel that. Yeah, it felt like a lot was on that TJ side. All right, so it's been 7 minutes. Ton of votes on that poll. It looks pretty lopsided, though, so we will go ahead and I'm going to take the poll out. That sound good for you?
Yeah, I'd say.
That make you feel better?
This multiple choice questionnaire that's on YouTube.
So you're going to feel better about me taking this poll out. Okay, the poll has been removed, Deke. All right, all is well. All is well. No more poll inside. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, I guess everyone's thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Whenever you first ask it, though, I think it is more 50-50 than what the response is.
It is.
But I do think everyone is leaning. Tomlin's going to take the more conservative approach with the quarterback switch. And then you're leaning on the mindset of, hey, I think TJ, he's really motivated to come back. And
he can get
he's
back
just
faster.
one of those X factors that's going to come back sooner than we think. But I think it's close. I mean, because you're thinking around the bye week for both.
No,
of them.
seriously, yeah. So both, it's a legitimate question.
And then the things you're talking about with Kenny is there can be some outside factors that get him in sooner. Whereas with TJ, it's simply just on him getting healthy.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Because with Kenny, it could either be the Mitch injury or a blowout scenario, or just we go on a little slide for 2 or 3 games. It's like, bro, all right, we're 1-4, 1-5. It just put in Kenny, please.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tomlin would resort to that at that point. I would hope he'd really start thinking about it if we.
Well,
get
if
to
you're
that point.
talking 1-4, 1-5, now you're getting to the point where you have to start seriously asking yourself: is the season about to get away from us? Because it's hard to come back from a 1-6, a 1-7 type situation. So yeah, if it gets to 1-4, 1-5, I definitely think those conversations are even had more seriously, even if they've been had prior to that. And I'm sure they've talked about it at some point in time, just not to that extent that we, or as at times people might want, because we want a certain speed or a certain, level of change to happen at certain times and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm with it, man. I am with it. All right. You got all your supers yet? I was gonna say, screenshot those real quick. Let's pay a bill though before we get too far away and I forget.
All right, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Hey, and it's MECPG. I'm confused. You said, well, I apologize if Kenny comes in and balls. What am I apologizing for? I've never doubted that Kenny could come in and play. I just simply said that I'm not 100% sure that he can come in there and play. But it's not to apologize if he does play. I'm going to be applauding him. But at the same time, I don't really care about who is at quarterback playing either. As long as they're doing what they're supposed to do, I'm good. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. But all good either way. Either way. All right. Say, you got them all screenshotted?
I'm getting there. Yeah, I'll do them during the ad.
Oh, all right. We'll say no more then. Player. Let me take a sip too while it gets to it.
Yeah, making sure I'm all organized here.
You're doing an awesome job, by the way, man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think that poll got you up.
No. Come on, dude.
What? It was. I didn't even say anything that time. It didn't get you going? Not a little bit. You start smiling a lot more when I put the poll in. That's all I know, bro. That's all I know. But anywho, today's show is brought to you by True Classic Tees. Now, y'all seen us wear these tees on the show before, man. Extra comfy. And I love the fact that when you're talking about the design of them, I talked about, man, that athletic tailored feel, but at the same time, a little bit more room in that men's section for the guys that used to have them 6-packs that no longer reside with 6-packs anymore. But either way, man, it's a dope site, man. They got dope material up there, man, in terms of the t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants, things like that, man. And as Deke can tell you as well, they do feel really nice and comfy, man. So I definitely like that. But more important, he said, yeah, this is true. This is definitely true, man. But more importantly, we got a promo code for you, baby. That promo code is Moats. If you use that, you get 25% off at trueclassictees.com, baby. So, like I said, man, don't waste time, man. Get with the cool kids, baby, because these shirts for guys or ladies, you will enjoy them, okay? Trust me on this one. So, shout out to True Classic Tees, and more importantly, shout out to them for sponsoring today's show. All righty. So, yeah, I'm back on board now, baby.
Let me do the super chats because I think this will keep me most organized if we did them after. Okay. Because if we jump right now, I might be all over the place. But I think I'm in a decent spot.
Whatever you need to do.
Yeah. All right. So we got Matthew Gisner. What do the Jets and the post office have in common? Oh, then he has a response in the next super chat. Says, both do not deliver on Sunday. Huh.
All right. Fair enough.
Dad joke right there.
It was.
Google
we'll roll with it.
A guy in the gym told me we need to bench Mitch. Give the people what they want.
Is it time to give the people what they want?
You're asking the wrong guy. I mean,
give the people what they want. Give it to them.
I wanted Kenny from week 1. I hear Kenny Nation's cries.
Kenny Nation.
I'm on their side, so they're preaching to the choir.
Right.
At the same time, I do think Mitch has done good things in these first 3 weeks, particularly Bengals game. Some of those game-winning drives that he led in overtime, not bad. Still would have liked more. Patriots game, I guess he did have that one pick. I was going to say overall in these first 3, at least he hasn't turned the ball over that much. But then also in the Browns game, I think we saw improvement from those first 2 weeks. Let it loose down the field. Deontay dropped the ball. So it's like, I want Pickett in, but I'm also saying Mitch hasn't been playing as bad as what people are saying. We still need more, though.
I would agree.
I still think we need more.
Still need more.
And that's going to get old if we keep saying that week in and week out.
But once again, though, this is not something that we say for the whole season. It's not something that you say for 10 weeks. We just saying these first couple of games, though, a little bit of time. But not a lot more time. But you do see the improvement. And that's the one thing for me that in terms of why I give him a little bit more leeway, a little bit more time, is because it's like, man, you do see the improvement, but it's a lot of context that goes into this thing. And that's the part that kind of gets lost when we're watching him in terms of Mr. Trubisky. Just the context of what, everything that's going on with him individually and him learning with Matt Canada as well, man. It's just a lot in that system right there, man, that they're traversing in real time and we just get to react to each and every week, man. But that's just a little bit of that context part, man.
Moats, where can I send money to get a signed copy of your book? I don't know who said this.
Oh, that's Matthew Gisner. But
Okay.
moatstheory.com. Yeah, just moatstheory.com. You go up in there. You got options for signed book, non-signed book, hard copy, the paperback copies, the bundle, which includes both sets of it, man. So yeah, just check it out right there. And we write whatever you want in there. Now, obviously, don't put nothing crazy up there, but you know what I'm saying. I got you. All right.
Jacob Alessio says, that was a mistake. The quote of the day is, use your ears to listen, your eyes to watch, and your actions to speak. That's from Jacob Alessio.
Talk
he
about
says,
it
peace
then.
and prayers to all.
Let's go.
He's got his own unique quotes.
No, I like that right there, man. I like that.
That's a good one. Sean McCartney, if we lose to the Jets, can we hit the panic button?
What does the loss look like? What does it look like? I'm not happy if we lose to the Jets because it's a team that I think we should win, or it's a team that we should beat. It's a game that we should win. But the context always matters. That's all, man. Context matters. But I'm sure if the Steelers lose to the Jets and they fall to 1-3, yeah, people will start panicking. People were panicking after they lost to the Patriots. People were panicking after they lost to the Browns. So of course, if they lose to the Jets or anybody else this season, people are gonna be panicking. Yes.
AJ Martinez, Sabotage 7.
There it is.
Nanzito, at some point, I want to see Art put his little foot down on these necks and say, fellas, enough. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Because goddamn.
Yeah, man, Mr. Rooney, man, he could do that if he wanted to. But at the same time, Mr. Rooney is a dope leader, and he allows his people in position to do their job. So just trust the man. Just trust them. Got to trust the process, though. We're only literally 3 weeks into going on 4 weeks of the process, but you got to trust the process, man.
AJ Martinez. Without Ben last year, we go 6-11. Yeah. Maybe 5-12 or something like that, too.
We'll never know, unfortunately.
Should have been 11-6, maybe even 12-5. Google East. That's even
why would we lose with Ben, though? I thought we'd be undefeated.
Come on.
Am I missing something?
I mean,
y'all said we'd be 3-0 right now if he was here.
I know that, yeah.
Yeah. So why would he be 10-6 last
it's the
year?
NFL.
Or,
nothing ever plays out perfectly how you think it will. It's just the NFL.
All right.
But seriously, with those close losses against the Chargers and Vikings and that Lions tie, that's 3 wins right there. Now, granted, we did win some other close ones too that could have went one way or another. But for us to be at 9-7-1 with that broken team, Ben leading 7-game winning drives whenever he was able to run the offense, there's something to that. And I think it could have been better. Like I said, he plays in that Lions game. Maybe it's 10-7. We win either the Vikings or the Chargers. All of a sudden, it's 11-6. Google East. If this team is 2-6 at the bye, is it Kenny time?
Yeah. If you're 2-6 at the bye, and the context is that Mitch hasn't improved, yeah. But if that's not the context, then nah. If you're 2-6 at the bye, sure, it's been a lot more than just quarterback play that's going to be, contributing to that record. That's all.
Thomas Dowdy. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, you're good, man. What about you, man?
With what? 2-6 at the bye?
I was like, yeah, that's bad.
I'm ready now, but Yeah, so obviously if we're 2-6 at the
That's
bye.
like bad.
I've been ready since week 1. Thomas Dowdy. Mitch has bad ball placement and inconsistent decision-making. He has played better, but airmailed those passes at the end of the Browns game.
Okay.
Yeah, the one to Freiermuth could have been better.
Okay.
But
he's taking a chance, though, right?
No, I'm just saying. I'm with you from the standpoint. It does get exhausting.
Yeah.
Every pass, every screenshot, every little thing trying to microanalyze this dude.
Literally,
just overall, I think he played better. Yeah. Sure. Did he have some misses in the Browns game? Yeah, every quarterback does if you watch all 32 teams across the league on a week in and week out basis. That's going to happen.
I just feel like the expectations for what people are wanting from Mitch, I don't think there's a quarterback in America that's going to they'll be able to give people that, because literally it is like every single throw we're putting under a microscope. We're going to pause it and say, what's this coverage? Who's that guy right there? He's open. We don't care about what happened right here. We don't care about the play. We don't care about anything. Just circle this guy right here. That's witch honey. That's narrative. That's, somebody trying to push an agenda. I just ain't got the energy for that. Going back to the beginning of it, why I don't want to talk to quarterbacks, that type of stuff, man. So, yeah. But all love, though, Thomas. Trust me, it's not directed to you. It's just more so for me. I just be a little tired with all the, oh, man, this, circle this, and check that right there. It's just like, all right, cool.
It's sports coverage in 2022.
It is.
AJ Martinez, my poor daughter. I said, no effing way are boys taking you out. She still hasn't been on a date. Thank God she has friends that are boys, but no dating.
Hey, son. I feel you 100%. Trust me on this. I've recently turned over this new leaf. Whenever Mama Moats was here, that was the big, all right, we're going to try a new way. Okay, so this is new territory for me, man. I'm not there just yet 100%. So don't be, don't be playing with me like that, Deke. I'm trying. Keep the momentum the right way, all right? We try. But yeah, man, that is not an easy thing, AJ. It's not. And the thing that's weird too, man, Deke, I'm like in this weird thing where I'm not even tripping in the sense of like, oh, I don't want to ever kiss anybody or ever have kids, stuff like that. Because, I told him, I want to be a granddad, I do look forward to it. But I don't know, it's just something about I'm used to having my baby and I'm losing her in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the part for me that just set me off whenever I see a dude. Because I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. I know what happens when you're in a relationship. You're supposed to be human. I get that. But in the sense of that my baby, and I'm supposed to have all her attention. And if not me, then her mama. And if not her mama, then her brother and her sister. And her brother and her sister, then her grandmama and her granddaddy and her grandmama and her granddaddy on her other side. Not a little boy. But either way, Deke, I'm going to try. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working. I told you I was on one. You thought I was joking. Deke. I'm on one, bro. We done started the show talking about this. We done came back to this about 3-4 times a day. We probably gonna hit it again before we out of here, Deke. That's all I'm saying, man.
The chat hasn't let you forget.
I'm trying.
AJ Martinez says, you're crazy bad. Funny talking about polls.
Hey, y'all bringing up the poll. I just give y'all what y'all want. Y'all say put the poll in me. So I put the poll in the chat and there y'all had it. And Deke, he was first just watching it because he liked to watch the poll. But then he was like, I don't want to be left out. So he felt the need to get on the poll as well. That's how it happened. And then I pulled the poll out. Deke was happy. Y'all were happy. And everybody was good. So yeah.
It's getting too sauce up in here, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm just laying the muse, man. That's it, man. That's all I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing else. I ain't doing nothing. Just jingling. I ain't putting no one on the job. Come on now.
These are sus comments right there.
Jingling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing all right. I ain't doing nothing right here. Not me. I ain't doing nothing right here.
Dondre Izeli. TJ coming back as soon as he gets a chance and still going to push for the top sack leader on the year. I mean, that'd be legendary.
And it's not too far off either. We got to see what Highsmith continues to do. He's leading the league right now with 4.5.
TJ should have a big one this week.
TJ can catch 4.5. Oh, he should have. Oh, absolutely he should. But yeah, TJ can catch. He can catch that. Yeah.
How about this one? Samurai Finn. If Lamar is on the market next season, sell the house. That'd be a tough one.
I need to hear this one. I need to hear this
that'd be
one,
a tough
Deke.
one,
Oh,
man.
I got to hear this one.
Man, if we didn't draft Kenny Pickett.
Because he might literally hit that market, bro.
There's no way the Ravens let him go. There's no
They're
way.
going to tag him, right?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to figure something out. You have to. Man.
But it would be interesting, though.
Yeah, if we
somehow, some way, if he's available on that market.
I wouldn't hate it. It's just like I'd like to see the whole Pickett thing go through with him coming from Pitt and stuff. The story. If we had anyone else outside of Pickett, I'd be all for it because I like Lamar.
It would feel so nasty though, because he is definitely a Raven.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not like he was with us and then he went there and then he came back, or he was somewhere else and then went there and then came. It's just like, no, he's a Raven. Like, he was born into that. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have any other perspective except that side over there. I'm holding that against him.
It'd be hilarious. It'd be a great reason to laugh and point at Ravens fans. Oh, my gosh,
bro. It would be crazy, but it would be super duper awkward. And we know we the only team that can stop him consistently as well, you know?
Yeah.
That's the narrative I'm going to go with because it fit this one right here. So it's like, you know, we can stop him on, you know what I'm saying? We got his number. So if he with us, he going to light up everybody else.
Apparently.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That would be,
man.
That would be so crazy.
Yeah. I would like to see the Pickett thing play through.
That'd be crazy.
I would.
It's Lamar.
I wouldn't be opposed to having Lamar as our quarterback, though.
I feel so dirty
no
cheering for him, though, bro. Like, I cheer for him from a distance. Like, yo, it's Lamar for the culture, not Lamar with the Ravens. But, it's just like, yo, if we're signing him, it's like, yo, that's Lamar from the Ravens. Like, he's a Raven, bro. That'd be like us bringing in Terrell Suggs.
We'll be getting him in his prime.
I know. Would you have...
Continually improving his passing, that rushing ability,
I like
that
it.
Dynamic playmaking hasn't gone away.
But wait a minute now, Deke. I remember there was a time last year where people were calling for a certain quarterback that was in the middle of an MVP season to potentially join us this offseason.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember you used some very choice words to describe those individuals. We play Lamar. He's a division dude. That's a 2-time-a-year type of thing, man. Is that the energy that we on now?
Not at all. No, I just said I want to see the Pickett thing play through. Okay. This is so different from then, though, too.
Yeah.
To even bring up, like...
It is.
Quarterbacks who we could be thinking about and stuff. Because people are already talking about, like, put Pickett in so we could see who we draft next, like, if Pickett doesn't work out.
They
just want to go through this process. It's so different.
They want to rush through the process.
Like, if we still had Ben, I mean, trust me, I could give you the same exact rant that I gave about Aaron Rodgers. Trust me.
Yeah.
But it's different. It's just different now. There's way more uncertainty at the quarterback
Lamar
position.
Be so dope,
but me personally,
Lamar be so dope.
Me personally, I want to see the Pickett thing play through.
And he would have to give up his number too, because Lamar gonna win at 8.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah. If we got Lamar, you'd be trading Pickett or something.
Yeah, Kenny got to give up the number.
My preference in general is I want to see Pickett play through because someone even asked me this. I think it was my good buddy. He said, "Who would you rather have, Herbert or Pickett?" And I was like, dude, you know what? I just want to see the Pickett thing play through. We got Pickett on this rookie contract coming up. I just think in general, I would like to see the Pickett thing play through.
I must say, you're a way better man than me, bro.
Obviously, obviously Herbert's that guy.
I was about to say, I'm like, yo, I'm interested to see the Kenny thing as well, but I'm not that interested that I would turn down a Justin Herbert to see the Kenny thing play out. I don't need to see that. I can go watch that from afar from somebody else's team, and if it turns out great, well, then great. But if it doesn't, it'd be like, all right, I'm cool. I still got mine. I got Herbert. That's all I'm saying. But, you're a better man than me. I respect you. I ain't got that in me. I know I don't.
Matthew Gisner. Moats, how long do you want me to leave the poll in? He says that in quotes. Verbatim. Laugh my ass off.
Well, because I needed to know. I need some clarity from Deke.
No.
I needed to know about the poll. I ain't even use your French name. Remember that. See, it was all good, man. Yeah. The OGs would get that one.
Yeah, the Z Banner interview.
Mm-hmm.
Solo want Bills, Bucks, Fins, or Philly will give us a gift. Not wishing for anybody's injury, but I think KP will have to sub in one of those games.
All right. So we either getting blown out or something bad happened, huh?
Well, he prefaced it by saying not wishing for anyone's injury. But
somebody going to get dumped on their head. That's what it sounds like.
He thinks Mitch gets a shot or something. I don't know where. Concussion. Little shot to the shoulder.
Little back injury.
I don't know. Yeah, but obviously no one's wishing for injuries. There's no turning back from then. KP starts by week 13, right after the bye, before Cincy.
Okay.
He's got a good little scenario playing out there.
I like these little scenarios too, man. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, we can win a couple of those games. The Bills, Bucks, Fins, Philly. We definitely could. Matthew Gisner. Moats, been 7 minutes. I'm going to take this poll out. How do you feel about that, Deke? No more poll inside.
That's a legitimate question from a concerned poll giver to make sure that the person that was a part of receiving the poll was going to be okay.
This just sounds terrible. This is just sus. This is sus comment. This is just.
I asked for your consent before I put the poll in. Did I not? Did I not say, hey guys, is it okay if I put the poll in? Everybody was like, yeah, poll me up. You would smile like, yep, I want the poll.
Come on. Dude.
So I put the poll in. I asked first. I didn't just put the poll in, and then I asked nicely to take the poll out. I was like, Deke, do you want me to take the poll out? Chat, you want me to take the poll out?
This is just terrible.
I just asked. Y'all gave me consent. All of y'all. Y'all said yeah.
This is terrible.
Did you give me consent to put the poll in?
This is terrible. Dude.
Did you? Yes or no? Did you give me consent? Yes or no?
Dude, no, I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done. AJ Martinez. My daughter / stepdaughter went on a date without my approval.
Oh.
My wife at the time said it was fine until they were late coming home.
Oh.
Michelle yelled at me, AJ, go get her. I did, carrying a bat.
Oh.
AJ's always in some crazy scenarios.
Yo, AJ, yeah, he be out there. AJ be living his best life, man. Shout out to AJ. But oh yeah, that's. So you remember I was talking about like how my dad was. Part of it was because of that as well, though. Yeah, it was the oh yeah, you can go, and it was not communicated fully, and Pops found out, and yeah, he was not the happiest of individuals. Yeah, that is a real thing. That is very real. Yes. So I'm laughing because it's like I remember how my dad was in that situation. I could only imagine how AJ was. Yeah. It'd be like that, Deke. Eventually you're gonna find out. Eventually.
Matthew Gisner, with the daughter's first date and all the poll talk, dude, I know you're sweating.
Hey man, I'm trying to be in my zen state, you know? I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm enjoying it though. But I do like the fact that I'm able to process in real time with all of y'all, you know? It's not often that I get a chance to show these type of feelings, you know? Whether it's social media or when, you know, we're doing stuff and event stuff, you can't show this. But right now we could just kick back and just talk, Deke. You know? I like to talk about my daughter getting ready for this homecoming date with her friend. Not boyfriend, just a friend. That's what I like to talk about. Deke over here talking about polls. So you never know, man. Anywho, what else you got over here? I see AJ Martinez pulled back up.
Well, I was going to say, this is up to you. I'm good on the chats, right? This is when he says AJ Martinez, the continuation.
Yes. So you have all those lined up then?
It's up to you. Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to hop to the next thing.
You have those screenshotted. Let's hop to the next topic so we can go ahead and start talking our 3 things we like and 3 things we don't like about these New York Jets. So obviously I like to start with the positivity. So everybody in the chat, we need your participation as well. Drop 3 things that you like about this New York Jets team in the chat, please. 3 things, only positives though right now. We'll get to the negatives in due time, but right now just 3 things that you like about this Jets team. All right. Well, I'll start. If that's cool with you.
Yeah.
I'll do my one. Do you do your one? Cause I see you still screenshot and everything too, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. But for me, man, I got started with Garrett Wilson. He's a dope receiver, smooth route runner, nice burst. Obviously, we know he was a big time dude coming out of Ohio State. Put the world on notice with his nice speed at the combine, and you know, even with the different styles of quarterback between a Zach Wilson and a Joe Flacco, to me, man, Garrett Wilson still one of them dudes, man, that is developing nicely in this league, man. So he's the first guy for me, man, in terms of something that I like about this New York Jets team. Secondly, so I'll just do all 3 of mine real quick. So
sure.
You get caught up. Sound good?
I'm good. I'm caught up.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You want to go on then?
Sure.
All right, drop your first then, man. What you got?
First one, Zach Wilson.
Okay.
I just think he's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He's someone to look up to.
Oh, yeah.
Had a good offseason.
He had a good offseason?
Yeah. I like what he brings to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did have a pretty good offseason from what I heard, man.
Had a good offseason.
Yeah, man. Man of the people.
Exactly.
Man of the people, man.
So Zach Wilson is on my positive list.
A guy that's easy to root for. Easy to root for a guy like that, man. Just, you know, Nice, wholesome guy. Went to a nice university, man. Just clean cut. Good guy, man. Overall good guy. Yep.
Went where a lot of people don't think they can go.
Yeah. Did the unthinkable. People say you couldn't. He said, watch me.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys, man. I definitely respect that, though, man. Is your mom going to the game on Sunday?
No.
Or any of her friends going to the game on Sunday?
No.
All right, just checking.
No. Yeah, they'll be far away.
Same. I put my mom back on a flight. She flew back to VA. I said, "Mom, you got to get up out of here."
Is that a PSA to all Steeler Nation?
I'm just saying.
Keep your moms and your grandmas at home.
Listen, all you mamas out there, all you grandmamas out there, all you aunties, all you aunts, all you aunts, however we want to say it. Zach Wilson's coming to town. Okay? He's coming. Be careful. That's it. It's true, bro. But I can respect the heck out of that, though. I like that right there. All right, the second thing for me, man. Bro, Sean McCartney called him a man of the mothers. Yo. He's a man of the mothers. He is, man. He definitely is. Golly, man. But the next thing that I do like about this team is their rushing attack. Not necessarily in the sense of it being scary, but just in the sense of, man, I think they have two really good running backs in terms of Breece Hall and Michael Carter, man. I think that 1-2 punch is really nice. I also like how their offensive line in the run game, they do win the line of scrimmage. The big thing that I think is the knock on their rushing attack is that they don't get enough attempts, especially in this past game when you're watching them against the Bengals. They were having success running the ball. The problem was they fell 20-9 in the second quarter, and they were forced to just start throwing the ball a lot more. And that's kind of one of the themes with this Jets team. When they're able to be balanced and keep that rushing attack in play, that offense is a lot more dynamic. The offense is a lot more explosive. When they get one-dimensional, that's when they really start to struggle. But that rushing attack is definitely something for me that I like about this team, man.
Well, I'm going to basically be combining your first two answers into one.
Oh, well, let's cook then, player.
And say they're young talent on offense. Because I'm with you. I really like their running backs, Michael Carter, Breece Hall. Their yards per carry is actually really nice right now.
They're both averaging like over 4 a carry. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Breece Hall is bringing some stuff in the passing game as well. Michael Carter can do that too. And
then even on the season, when you look at their 3-game overall like yards per game average, they're still averaging, I want to say, like 4.4, 4.3 yards per game as a team rushing the ball also, which is good when you're talking about that 4-yard mark being that magic number. You want to be over that. Yeah,
it just has to do with game flow. They've gotten down in all 3 of their games thus far, and they've had to pass it more. And then the receivers, Garrett Wilson, he's looking like a stud. He's looking like he could be a franchise receiver already. And apparently he's healthy. He got banged up in that Bengals game.
Yeah, but he came.
We didn't hear anything from it. He's not listed as questionable or having any type of nagging injury, so it looks like he's going to be good to go.
I low-key wondered, was it like a kidney, like liver shot type thing? Because you saw he kind of got hit like on the side.
Yeah, initially I thought it was a helmet to helmet or something with his head, but then when you saw the replay, you're right, it was just a body shot. And then the other two receivers are good too. Corey Davis, now I don't think he's a number 1, but I think he's talented.
Yeah.
If he's your 2 or 3,
absolutely,
that's solid. And then Elijah Moore, he's another really good receiver, a guy that they drafted not this year, but the year prior. Yeah, he has some dynamic playmaking ability. And then their tight ends aren't bad either. Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzomah, they brought over from the Bengals. So I just think the talent that they have on offense is solid. It's something that I like.
Yeah. I like that then. I like that. So the last thing for me that I have that I like is their DBs, and more importantly, Sauce Gardner. The reason I like their defensive backs, I think that, number one, they're a well-coached unit. They kind of reflect their coach in terms of Robert Saleh, in terms of being fundamentally sound, physical. All their secondary guys are not afraid to tackle. They fly to the ball. They communicate really well also. But seeing Sauce out there, and especially this last game, he does bring added edge. Now, we're trying to see, because he did start to do some of the following guys around thing towards the second half of that last game. But I do want to see, more of that from him, because he's looking like he's a guy that can hold up on his own. But at the same time, he's not somebody that at this stage I think we should fear just yet. But as a whole, I do like their DBs, though, man. I think that they have a good group right there. And if I remember correctly, they should have had an interception on Joe Burrow. They just dropped it, But to me, man, I like their DBs.
Well, it's basically a copy of my answer on offense. This is my third one, right?
Okay, yeah, what you got?
I'm just gonna do it for the defense.
Mm-hmm.
I like their talent, and particularly some of their young talent on defense. Yeah. With Sauce Gardner, that was a great pick for the Jets. Quinnen Williams on the defensive line.
Him and his brother been straight, but his brother, he's not gonna be out. He's hurt. Quincy, I think it's a hamstring, I want to say.
Yeah, and then do we want to consider Jordan Whitehead and DJ Reed, young talent? They kind of are
still on the younger side, yeah.
Yeah, they're
like
like
CJ Moses,
26.
like the guy says crossed over. He's not young.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and Jordan Whitehead, that was a big pickup for them in the offseason. And DJ Reed's been playing really good these first 3 games. So you combine all that. I mean, Quan Alexander, he's borderline young still.
Nah.
He's been around, but he's probably like, what?
Quan got to be 26, 27?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
how old is he?
28.
Talented,
though. Quan Alexander.
Yes, very talented.
The only problem with him is he's been banged up.
He gets hurt a lot, yes.
But they got some names on the defensive side of the ball that, yeah, if we're not on our P's and Q's, who knows? Yeah, Jets defense can actually do something.
Yeah. They definitely could if they chose to, but we will see. We will see. But those are the things that we do like. So let's see what the chat said they like about this Jets team. All right. Where are we at?
Seeing a lot of Zach Wilson comments.
I am seeing that as well. Oh, Troy Mason Jr. He says he likes Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Zach Wilson. Excuse me for that. All right. I do like those 3 players as well, man.
Honestly,
what's up?
If we're talking about Zach Wilson, though, in terms of on-field play,
no, you got.
Is there anything like we like that much thus far? Now he's got an arm, he's got some mobility.
No, there's nothing to that extent.
He hasn't really put it all together though.
But you got it's full body of work. All right. It's a part of it. He has the intangibles, the things you can't point to and say this is a stat.
You like his upside.
He has a lot of upside, man. He's a gamer. We definitely know that. He could perform in big moments.
Fair.
All right, the moment's never too big, so I do like that about him, man. All right. Adrian J says Garrett Wilson, Robert Saleh, and Sauce Gardner, baby. Let's get it.
Darnell Thornton, number 1, quarterback coming back off of injury. Glad to see young athletes beat an injury.
True.
2, Le'Veon Bell ain't there anymore. 3, Sauce Gardner.
Sauce that dude, bro. I like it. All right, Richard Stone. Shout out to Richard Stone. He says, number 1, the Jets chant. Now, all right, I'm going to get to that in a second. Number 2, Garrett Wilson. And number 3, the skills positions. I can respect that. Now, I got to go back to your first one, Richard Stone, the Jets chant. It is a dope chant. The Jets, Jet. It is hard. I agree with you. I personally can't stand it. I despise it. I hate it with a passion. But that is also because I played in Buffalo, and I would hear that chant multiple times. And during the time when I was playing in Buffalo, the Jets were actually really good. LaDainian Tomlinson, Sanchez before the butt fumble and all that type of stuff. So, unfortunately, we heard that chant in Fireman Ed too many times. So now anytime I see that chant or I think of that chant, it triggers this PTSD that makes me get real rigid, cantankerous, and aggressive. You catch my drift? So even though I like that chant, I can't stand that chant. But appreciate you though, baby. Hi.
Brian, what I like about the Jets, he says, 1, they aren't our treat.
They aren't our treat.
I don't know what that means. 2, Joe Flacco now has 2 eyebrows. And 3, MILFs.
Bro, what? Yo.
Yeah, he did come into the league with like a unibrow.
Yeah.
He was like Anthony Davis, refused to shave it. Davis still has his, right?
He still hasn't shaved his.
My God.
He still hasn't shaved his,
well,
bro.
Yeah, he owned it, so.
Yeah.
It's literally his nickname, the Brow.
Yeah. That is different. It's different, but, to each their own. All right, so those were the things that they like and that we like. But now, we got to spin the block and hit them with what we don't like about this here Jets team. So without further ado, let us know in the chat the 3 things that you do not like about this Jets team. First thing for me is their pass protection. Oh, baby, this offensive line, they are very banged up, very unhealthy. And the guys that they have out there have been struggling as well. In particular, their left tackle. That, to me, is the one that you circle. That's the one that we all got the smiley face on, and we're saying, Alex Highsmith, go ahead, thank your lucky sack gods, because this is the one for you. Yes, it is, man. But their pass protection as a whole, whenever they get into the obvious passing situations, they struggle. And that's part of the reason, when you talk about the significance of stopping the run this week, the teams that have made them one-dimensional have really been able to take advantage of this offensive line, and they're not getting any better because they're not healthy. I believe this is their 4th and 5th different tackle that will be starting this week. When you're getting to that level of your depth, that's not a good situation. When you watch these guys on film, it shows. It shows in a major way, man, and that's something that when you're talking about matchups, Alex Highsmith is going to have one of those matchups against Connor McDermott, man, where, he got to take advantage of this thing, man. But their pass pro is the first thing that I do not like.
Well, I think this has been... How many times have I used this one? The first 3 weeks? Might have only been the Browns. Maybe I did it with the Bengals. I can't remember. No, the Patriots, I kind of used it whenever I was talking about them doing something shady, cheating.
Yeah.
But with the Browns, I said I don't like the organization, the structure, all that type of stuff. But
they sabotaged Odell's career, man. We don't like them for that.
Who, the Browns?
No, the Jets.
Odell?
I said they sabotaged L. Bell's career.
Oh, I thought you said Odell.
Yeah, no, they sabotaged L. Bell's career, man. We don't like him for that.
Or one could say maybe it was L. Bell.
No. They sabotaged the same way Matt Canada sabotaged Ben. That's my new narrative. The Jets sabotaged L. Bell.
Fine. So with the Jets, it's the organization. It's actually looking back to everything we talked about with the likes, because on paper, we even talked about it in the offseason. Like, their draft was nice. They got talent on both sides of the ball. Unfortunately, they do have some of these injuries. But you're just wondering, where's the stability? And maybe that's the thing I'm really focused on here, because they haven't won a Super Bowl since the 60s with Joe Namath. Haven't been relevant since the early 2010s with Mark Sanchez going back-to-back AFC championships. They had that 1 year where they almost made it with Fitzpatrick. But outside of that, they've been absolutely irrelevant, and there's been turnover left and right with coaches and quarterbacks. So I'm just sitting back like, man, I like Michael Carter. I like Breece Hall. Garrett Wilson, sweet receiver. Their tight ends are good. Offensive line, when healthy, isn't as bad as what it is right now.
No, when healthy, they got a squad. Like, they got high-end talent on that
defense
line.
Whether you're talking defensive line, they have linebackers. They got some good dudes in the secondary. They have a decent team. I'm just like, bro, how long is Zach Wilson going to be there? How long's Robert Saleh going to be there if they go like 5-12 this season? And that's just not good for an organization. So it doesn't feel like there's any continuity. As much as you want to talk about the talent that's there, I just don't know how much you could really buy into everything working and getting together.
No,
that's like the Jets. That's like the Jets in a nutshell.
That 100% is, man. So I could definitely get behind that, man. You just really just dunked on their whole organization like that. That's crazy.
That's what it is. I mean, them and the Browns. It's just
he just broke it down. Like, hold on, let me talk about them as a whole family real quick. I don't like your mommy or your daddy, okay? And your auntie, she ain't nothing either. I get it, bro. I like it, man.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised. They go like 5-12 or 6-11. Salah's gone. Maybe they're talking about drafting Bryce Young.
Come on now.
Wilson out of town.
Come on now.
But even if they don't draft a new quarterback, you're bringing in a whole new coach, whole new system and stuff. You're starting from the top. How do you know about this young talent if you don't have that type of stability? So that's something I think as Steelers fans we take for granted.
No, we do at times. But, yeah, stability is key, man, especially for those younger guys developing. The second thing that I don't really like about this team right now is their pass rush. They don't win one-on-ones. They game, and that's how they generate pass rush. But as a whole, when you watch their front, it's not a lot of one-on-ones being won. They like to blitz. When they blitz, they can generate some pressure, but it's still not consistent enough. And when you're talking about what that could potentially do, you put that secondary on a little bit more of an island. Now, like we said, man, Sauce Gardner and company, they've been playing really well, but they still have had some times. I mean, that Bengals team, they were still having some success throwing that ball, taking shots downfield on this unit right here, man. To me, why can't we do those similar things? I think that we have the matchups out there in terms of our receivers versus their DBs. It's going to be good, yeah, but I think you give these guys chances, man, because I don't think this is a group that you have to be afraid of. But more importantly, you're going to have the time to do that, because this pass rush, to me, is not like anything that we've really seen. Think of it more so like the Patriots in terms of how they would generate pressure. We talked about, like, you don't have to really look at one player and say, hey, man, this is a mismatch. if they were going to win, it was going to be an effort play. Matthew Judon chasing the guy down, or it was going to be a game, right? The two interior D linemen running their little twist, and that's how they came free. That's the same thing with this Jets team right now. Carl Lawson's a good player, man. I liked him a lot, but he's still recovering. He doesn't have that same burst that he had pre-Achilles injury. So you can see that with him where it's like, yeah, he flashes, but it's not back just yet. And until it does, that was one of the guys that they brought in free agency-wise a year ago to be that pass rusher for them, and they just don't have it right now.
Right. Outside of Quentin Williams on their defensive line, who's really scaring you?
Like, seriously. Mm-hmm.
No one. So for me, my second one, it goes hand in hand with your first one whenever you're talking about the offensive line.
Yeah.
It's just more injuries. They got 3 starting offensive tackles that are down. Mekhi Becton to start it off. They bring in Dwayne Brown in the preseason to replace him.
He got hurt literally before the season started. It was like the first week. It was crazy.
He's still on IR. And then George Fant, he gets placed on IR just this week because he got hurt in last week's game. So that's tough. That leaves, like you said, Connor McDermott being the starting left tackle. And I don't know if you got a scouting report on him, because he played a couple seasons up in the Bills, but he's looking more like a journeyman backup type of dude in the league. And that's why we got to be excited about Highsmith going on.
Yeah, when you talk about Connor McDermott, I think that he can give you some good push in terms of the run game. He can cover you up with his size, but when it's time to rush the passer, he struggles with the speed rush. He struggles with, guys being able to take the edge, and it's just a hard thing for him. When you look at how Trey Hendrickson was beating him, it was beating him with speed around the edge. It wasn't a ton of, he got to outwork him. It was just get to that top side of him, and now you're seeing Connor not really be able to stay square, and the technique starts to fall out the window. But in terms of the run game, he can give you that, and that's the part when you're watching him, it's like, yeah, as long as they're on schedule and you have that offense balance, it's different. But once he gets to the point where he has to sit there and pass block multiple plays in a row, that's where he gets got a lot. And that's one of those ones you're talking about, Alex Highsmith, and where he's at right now, his trajectory, man, this is a perfect game for him to keep adding on to what he's been doing for us.
Yeah, so that's my second.
Yeah.
The injuries they've been sustaining. Also, they have Quincy Williams hurt on defense. That's not going to be helpful.
Not at all.
One of their starting linebackers.
Absolutely. And he's playing well too, man. He was playing well. But for me, man, my third and final thing, I put QB play. Now, this was when I made my list. It was obviously before I knew about Zach Wilson coming back. I wasn't the biggest Joe Flacco fan, even though it's funny watching Joe. He still got that big arm.
He definitely does.
He don't got anything else, but he got that big arm. That, for a fact, is still there. It is a cannon. Holy smokes. But whether you're talking Joe Flacco or Zach Wilson, I'm just not overly enamored with either one of those guys at this stage of their careers. Quarterback-wise, I think that both of those guys struggle to take care of the ball. And when you're talking about this team and the turnovers, they are really bad in that department at times. I think they're -4 on the season, and literally for them, man, the one game that they won, that was when they actually broke even with the turnover margin. The rest of them, they've been losing them, and part of that is with this quarterback play, man. And that's why for me, man, I had that up there as my third dislike in terms of on the field. Now, if you're talking off the field, now Zach Wilson, hey, my brother, you keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna put your jersey in the rafters one day. But on the field, I'm not a fan.
It's funny. That's literally my third. I had it split. I was going to say the quarterback situation right now, and then also the turnovers. Yeah. It's split because are the turnovers specifically due to Joe Flacco? Now, some other guys have been putting the ball on the ground, but Joe Flacco has been
the one Joe Flacco,
fumbling and throwing picks.
He's been fumbling with the strip sacks. Michael Carter's fumbled, put the ball on the ground a couple times. I will say this, in that last game, and shout out to Let's Go UW, he was going to enjoy this. That last game, the pick that Flacco threw, the first one, the second one was a tip. We ain't tripping on that. That first pick, though, the Logan Wilson one, bro, that was an incredible play by Logan Wilson, man. My man was showing in the A-gap like he was going to blitz a la Troy Polamalu style. And then was the middle runner on Tampa, too, making the interception 25 yards downfield as the middle runner. Heck of a play by him right there. The same play that Minkah Fitzpatrick picked versus the Patriots where he jumped across and got it. And I think that was Spillane running it. Yeah, same type of play, but Logan Wilson is in the A-gap showing, comes up out of that thing, full sprint downfield, picks that thing, and has a dope return. Fumbled it, but it was still a heck of a play, man. And when I saw it was Logan Wilson, I was like, oh, that's the homie right there. That's Let's Go UW guy right there, man. So, I definitely was happy when I saw it was him. But, yeah.
Yeah, turnovers. But then I also don't like Zach Wilson coming in how he is right now. Really not too much practice. I think it's going to be
the same situation as Joe Burrow.
Right, I think it's going to be the Joe Burrow effect. Mm-hmm. And Zach Wilson, I just don't think as a player is as good as Joe Burrow. could he actually become pretty decent? But no, not
Mhm.
right now. I mean, you look at his stats from last year:
Yeah.
9 touchdowns, 11 picks,
Mhm.
lackluster. I know he's got all the talent, but for them in this game, I don't like that situation. Because even if they were going to start Joe Flacco, it'd be the same thing of like,
Exact
I don't
same.
really like your quarterback situation. He's
Yeah.
turning the ball over a lot. We know who Joe Flacco is. You guys
Has
are
a
averaging like
big arm.
2.5 turnovers a game
Yeah.
right now.
But it's crazy. They're averaging the 2.5 turnovers, but you look at like yards per catch for these receivers. Everything
Right.
is like 11.
Oh, Joe
plus,
Flacco, isn't he like
66
top 5 in
Bro,
passing
what?
yards this
yeah,
year?
but he's just straight bombs. It's either a big completion or it's 3 incompletes and they're punting. Like it's no in between. We got like the reverse. We're more like conservative. One shot downfield. They're like shot. All right, we'll see what we got down here real quick. But yeah,
because if they are going to go with Zach Wilson,
Yeah.
I don't like that for them either because I think he's going to be rusty.
yeah,
And I still don't know if he's good yet.
yeah. The jury.
That's
going to
be
man.
what this season's about. That's what
Yeah.
this season should have been for someone like Trey Lance. But luckily for Zach Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't suffer an ACL in that preseason. We're actually
Yeah.
going to get to see it play out for him.
No, very true, man. Very true. All right, so let's see what the people said were their 3 things that they did not like about this New York Jets team.
Darnell Thornton. 1, their fans. 2, their weather. 3, having Joe Flacco. He kept it
Ooh.
simple.
I like that. Jeez. All right, let me find where I'm at in this thing.
Brian, what I don't like about the Jets, they drafted Darrell Revis.
Darrell
And-
Revis?
What?
You talking about Darrell Revis?
Darrell.
I was like, who's Darrell Revis, man? That's a Pittsburgh name?
It kind of just flows the same.
Oh, all right, cool, fair enough then.
Darrell Revis. Darrell Revis.
Hey, mama called him
You're
Darrell.
right.
I'm going to call him Darrell.
It is Darrell Revis.
You made me nervous. I was like, bro, who's Darrell Revis?
You're
I
right.
thought I didn't know somebody. I was like, bro, maybe that's his real name.
Mental slip right there.
It's all good. It happens to the
Darrell
best
Revis.
of us, man.
No, you're 100%
Yeah.
right. The green helmets they're rocking.
Ooh.
He has 4, actually.
Ooh.
2. Yeah, the green helmets they're rocking, we'll say that's 2. 3,
Okay.
drunk Joe Namath on Monday Night Football. I guess it's a Jets quarterback thing. 3, the ex-coach Rex Ryan's foot fetish. Gross.
Yeah, he is a foot guy. He is definitely a foot guy.
You didn't have Rex Ryan up in Buffalo,
I
right?
did not. I missed him. I was Doug Marone. Yep. Rex was interesting. I had Mike Patton who was like coming right from under Rex, and it was so funny because like he's like the exact opposite of Rex, and he's like the first one to tell you, "Hey guys, I'm just as smart." He's like, "I'm just as smart as Rex. I know all that stuff, but I'm not how Rex is. I'm not gonna come in here and big guarantees, big statements, all this other stuff." He's like, "No, I'm an undersell, overperform guy." I was like, "I like this. I can get behind this." But yeah, man, no Rex for me. No Rex.
All right, we got Adam Abdallah. Whoa, am I wrong on this?
Mm-hmm.
Or did they just do some goofy thing on SportsCenter? But didn't he get his wife
It was like
a
tatted,
picture?
right?
A picture of his wife tattooed on his ass with a
Yeah.
Mark Sanchez jersey.
Yes. Yes.
That
that's
actually
accurate.
happened,
No,
or
that's
was it
legit.
like a joke Kenny
No,
made
it
segment?
happened when they
That
went to the
actually
FC,
happened?
I thought it was when they went to the FC Championship. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's like a legit thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
yes,
funny.
Yes.
Adam Abdallah. Number 1, the line. 2, receivers. 3, run game. Defense has a chance to end this easily.
I don't want to say easily because, well, granted it was Nick Chubb, but we are coming off of a not so good performance against stopping the run. That's all. But hopefully we do make it easy. And I hope we do, man. But it's the NFL. I just, you know how it goes, man.
William Cecil. I don't respect their O-line. I think Reed eats, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
2, not confident in their quarterback. Same kind of situation as us. 3,
Yeah.
communication in the red zone has been
Mhm.
seen in the All-22.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, because the touchdown to Jamar Chase was a mixed communication with Sauce Gardner and the linebacker. Personally, both guys were at fault in my eyes, man. If you're Sauce Gardner, you got to know you're working with a linebacker, bro. A linebacker is not going to be worried about that quick exchange. They trying to just lock the guy that they locking on. So don't even try to expect him to help you or pass it. Just say lock it and play. So that was that first part why we put it on Sauce. And then for the linebacker, he's at fault because if it wasn't communicated that you was locking it, well, then that's a quick exchange. You need to twist it. You need to pass that. Now, granted, you're going to be passing it to a Jamar Chase, and I don't want my linebacker on a Jamar Chase anyways. But if that is communicated, one of them two dudes, you know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely saw that what you're talking about right there in terms of their red zone communication. So yeah.
You seen any more?
Any more what?
Top 3 list.
Oh, no. I didn't see any more. No.
For dislikes.
Yeah, I was checking. I did not see any more.
I'm not seeing anything either. Someone brings up the butt fumble.
Yeah, they did a little butt fumble. Mm-hmm. This is true.
That will never get overshadowed by the
butt punt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the butt fumble is just still way worse than that. Although that was
crazy.
Absolutely egregious.
That was crazy. You can't give ground, bro. Can't give ground. And then what about?
No one was even around him too. He just kept backing up.
He just backed up for no reason. I'm just like, bro, where are you going? Like, yeah, where are you going?
Do you want to blame the punter at all? Like, can you move a little bit?
No, it's
move a little to the right.
It's 100% on the personal protector for 2 reasons. First off, whenever it's backed up like that, he shouldn't have his normal depth. You saw he was like already back like the 4.5, 5 yards. When it's backed up punt, everything is condensed. So if you notice, the punt formation was a lot tighter than typically. So as the personal protector, you're supposed to literally walk up to right behind that guard where you could be touching him. And you're literally just wherever you see a leak, once that ball comes through, you're shuffling. And wherever it's a leak, you just try to get a hand on because you know it's coming out fast. But the end zone is only, 10 yards. So, hey, if the punter's standing at 9, I can't have my normal 4.5, 5 yard depth just based on him taking 2 steps. He's right up my butt. Now you got regular depth and you give ground. It's like, bro, you ain't give my man a chance. But that's 100% on the PP. He got to do better than that, man.
Okay.
Yeah. But it happens, though. It's early part of the year. Early part of the year, man. This type of stuff that happens early part of the year. I bet that man ain't going to do that again, though. In terms of the personal protector, he will learn from that. It only takes one time to get that ball punted up your butt.
Okay. What do we got next?
Should be supers right now. Let's catch up on those. And then after that, we'll tap into this preview. Start the preview in like 15 minutes.
Sure.
Sound good? Because it's 6 o'clock right now, so we'll be right on schedule, man.
AJ Martinez, the continuation. The boy thought, this is back to his story. So actually, we cut him off. He says, the boy thought he could drop off and drive away.
Oh, no, that's a no. You got to come holler at me.
Wow. He says, I ran to his Jeep as he drove off. So I jumped on a moving Jeep and grabbed him around the neck till he stopped. He was 18 and he never came back.
All right, now, AJ, that's a little much. I was saying, yes, I want the gentleman to come in and we're going to have a talk. We got to have that, but you ain't got to. That's a lot. That's a lot. I like your passion, though, AJ. I like your passion. I definitely do. I'm glad everybody was safe, too. Nobody got hurt. So, happy ending to that story. Shout out.
How about this scenario? Mike Lang, what if the team is 5-3? So that would be at the bye because I think we play 8 games before the bye. And the offense is still progressing. Do you still put Kenny in after the bye? Fans have to be patient. The Chiefs were 3-4 last year. Bengals were 6-6. Trust the process. I'd rather heat up late.
Well, yeah, if they're sitting at 5-3, that's 2 games over 500, and they're progressing 100%. I'm gonna keep the offense as is. I'm gonna keep rolling with it that way. But context still matters. If we're 5-3 and we've been winning in spite of our quarterback play and this defense making plays, is everybody else making plays, and it's clear, well, then that's a different conversation. But that context does matter. But if it's just simply we're 5-3 and everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, quarterbacks doing what they're supposed to do, hey, I'm not gonna want to shift or do anything to mess up that progress because, yeah, like you said, man, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Right. I think it's just all about is the offense or the quarterback position limiting us to this 5-3 record. Could we actually be like 6-2?
And that's why I was like, the context definitely matters, man.
Butcher Bergen, Zofo 11. Who was the last guy the Steelers drafted that was top 10 overall? Sit Kenny, roll the season, pick a top receiver in 23. When should this be discussed? Poll. He's thinking we're tanking the season. No. We ain't talking about that.
Oh, I ain't know. I heard you say poll.
That was him.
Is that a smiley face with the poll?
Yeah, yeah. Looks like it.
He's a happy guy on the poll, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What? Why you always laugh when I start talking about the poll, Deke? Like, you make it real awkward when you be doing that, man. It's just the poll, all right? Nothing more, nothing less. You just take poll, and then you don't take the poll. It's that simple.
Is this dude talking about us tanking?
It did sound like that, but top 10, we did Devin Bush. He was the last top 10 draft pick.
I think that's what he's saying. We had to trade up. So he's saying, like, hey, could we draft in the top 10 for once and get one of these top receivers?
I see what you mean. I would prefer trading up. If we were going to do that, I don't want us to, have to.
We ain't tanking.
Yeah, we won't do that. We won't do that. No, we won't do that.
Bad precedent.
We do not do that.
Solo 1. Don't you guys feel like MT is always playing it safe? Not to lose that QB1 spot. His best is always when the game is at stake in the fourth quarter or overtime. I thought he was talking about Tomlin first when he said MT.
Bro.
So he's talking about Trubisky playing it safe, and he's not trying to lose the quarterback one spot. His best is always when the game is at stake in the fourth quarter or OT. If Canada is the answer, why not build chemistry with KP now? I think we're still trying to find out if Canada's the answer, though, too.
Yeah. I'm kind of there. Like, let's answer this part before we get to this and this, you know? At least from my perspective, man. But I get it. I definitely get it, man.
Chef Buck, Deke, if you like the claws, you need to try Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen seltzers. You can thank me later.
Okay. Well, maybe when you're out this weekend.
Maybe I'll do that on a shot challenge.
That's what I'm saying,
that'll be
bro.
my next
Come
drink.
on, man. Why not?
I like that idea.
See?
Dondre Izzo. It's Izzo. Izzo. Like the crackhead on Friday.
You've never
Help
seen
him out,
Friday.
Sorry.
You've never seen Friday.
No,
Oh, my
seen
God. It's Izzo, baby. Come on now. Smoking at you in the back, taking it. I ain't going to tell nobody else, though. Come on now. Oh, my neck, my back, and my back. Oh, we got to go to court. We can settle right now for $150,000. You know? Yeah. Come on, bro. You really don't know Izzo? I don't kill.
I'll try not to forget. I'll try to remember.
Jeez.
Izzo.
Come on, man.
Matthew Gisner. I'm behind enemy lines. Never want to see Lamar in the black and gold. No.
Yeah. This is weird, bro. It's weird. And I kind of like the fact that he plays for them. It makes the rivalry dope. It's kind of like if Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and T Sizzle, they was like, oh, we don't want to be over there and we're going to come join y'all in Pittsburgh. Like, no. We need that. We need y'all to have some guys. We can have some guys. It makes it more real. It makes it mean more to us, man. Yeah, keep Lamar.
Yeah, it could be an awesome just battle for the AFC North over this next decade.
Absolutely.
If Pickett's the guy, you have him, Lamar Jackson, Burrow, Deshaun Watson.
Come on, man.
These are all going to be epic games. Dondre Izzo. Don't do that about Lamar, Moats. Y'all wanted Baker in the offseason, LOL.
This is true. We were desperate. We were very desperate. But it does feel a little different. I don't know, man. Baker, I guess he still is Cleveland-y. Yeah. But he was not wanted. It was different.
He was meant for Cleveland.
Yes. He is like the perfect Cleveland quarterback. But even Cleveland didn't want him. Baltimore fans is different. Baltimore still rocks with Lamar. They just not trying to pay him what they trying to pay him. That's all. That's the difference. But I get what you're saying, though. Do as I say, not as I do. All right? Come on now.
AJ Martinez, peace and love to all. #1 podcast. I'm heading to class. Peace out, Master and Diggler.
Now, I salute you, AJ. You know what time it is, man.
Matthew Gisner says, I watch Lamar every week. He's going to drop off. Prediction, he's going to struggle during the second contract. Allen over Lamar, by the way.
All right. How you feel about that, man?
Allen over Lamar?
No, the part of
him going to drop off.
He's going to drop off once he gets the contract and all this?
No. I think the way Lamar drops off is if he doesn't improve his passing, but it seems like he's continually improving his passing.
Even more so
and
this season.
He works hard as hell. He's a humble dude.
Yeah.
I think Lamar's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it this year. I mean, he's on one right now.
And he could have handled this a lot of ways in terms of this contract situation, him obviously being the quarterback and how important he is to that team. He could have hardballed him. He could have done the L Bell approach. He could have done the holdout approach and all that other stuff, but that wasn't what he wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. Heck of a player. Hard work.
Sean McCartney, what's up with Adams over Alu on the depth chart?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier on, man. Long story short, just when you don't have a TJ Watt, man, you need penetrators. Montravis is more designed for penetration, getting up off the ball, getting upfield, whereas Tyson's more of a true traditional nose tackle, and that's not necessarily his forte. So not necessarily saying one player is better than the other, but what you're looking for and who can give you that more consistently, it is Montravis, and it does, in that element, make sense.
Mike Hood, the Lord bless and keep those in Florida.
No, seriously, man.
And all in the session today. No. Yes, indeed, Moats and Deke.
No, I salute you, man. We greatly appreciate you also, Mike Hood. But, yeah, man, anybody in Florida right now, stay safe, baby. Stay safe.
Fish momentum, bounce back week. What's our record at the bye? Ooh. We need to be at least 500, one game above 500.
We'll just have 2 losses. That's it. We're going to win everything except these the 2 that we already lost. That's it.
That'd be amazing. Matthew Gisner. Like run defense, D flying to the ball, # coaching. Okay, this is for the Jets, I'm guessing. He likes their run defense, their defense flying to the ball, and their coaching. Running game, even though they don't stick to it.
This is true.
And their secondary. Don't like their offensive line. PP, is that pass protection?
Yeah.
And run blocking, I guess.
I think.
Both quarterbacks don't scare me. Easy organization. It's the Jets.
I like it. He does it on a lot of stuff, though, man. And, yeah, I do like Robert Saleh out there, though, man. And I'm with you. I hope they don't move on from him so fast because I do think he is doing some things to turn them around. You watch him on tape, man. They compete. They're playing like they really care for this coach, man. So I do like that part. But at the end of the day, wins matter. And he has to get more of those, but he can't get one this weekend.
Fish momentum. Moats and Deke pull up on Friday and anytime at GNC.
Oh, you heard what the man said? Deke, you in them streets, bro. You know what I already told you. I got big business this weekend. But Deke said that he could potentially be out there. So just keep a light on for him. All right.
That's
so
it.
You are ready to get to the final, which is just basically the big preview as we talk about this Jets and Steelers matchup, baby. So I'm trying to think. Do I want to go ahead and start with my things that I think will have advantages there? And
I mean, the primetime matchup, Sauce Gardner versus
Pickens,
X-receiver, whatever receiver.
It is. Whoever he's matched up with, I'm excited for, bro.
How do you think it's going to play out? Because Deontay's technically our number one.
Honestly, I think Pickens has the best matchup for him because when you talk about Deontay and Sauce are built fairly the same. So some of the advantages that Deontay has in terms of his quick and stuff like that, I don't know if that's going to be readily available versus Sauce Gardner. But when you talk about Pickens, the size element of it, when you talk about stretching him down the field, that's the part for me where I'm kind of excited. Now, I know everybody highlighted the one play that he had where he's going downfield against Jamar Chase. And some people even talked about the throw. If you put it a little bit more on the front side of it, you're giving Jamar a chance to run to it versus it being back shoulder.
Yeah, he just needs to make better throws.
He's been super inconsistent at the start of this thing. Because
I'm like joking, but
no, in all seriousness, no, bro, he's been super inconsistent though, bro. He has been. And I tell you, you should have to pick this game too, man. It just got dropped. It hit dude in the chest. He just dropped it. But when you're watching Sauce, I'm like, bro, he nice. But I think T. Higgins got him as well, man. That's when T. Higgins took that shot too. I forgot who it was. The safety came over and popped him right in the chin, man. But yeah, I think that George Pickens is the one. If George is matched up against him, man, I'm not scared. That's what I'm saying. If it's 50-50, you put it out there, you give him a chance. Mitch showed that he could do that. He showed that his ball placement on some of these 50-50 balls, especially in that Browns game, he can be very accurate with that. So that's kind of how I look at that thing, man. But at the same time, don't go over there half-stepping, you know? Because Sauce can't make plays. Definitely can.
Yeah, I mean, week in and week out, I'm liking our wide receiver matchups.
Mm-hmm.
It's just we need more from Mitch. We need more from the offense as a whole.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Can we just, go 5 wide and nickel and dime these defenses and get these dudes the ball? They're playmakers.
Well, and honestly, man, when you're talking about this particular matchup, because the Jets don't have the same type of passers that we've feared or at times given us problems, and with our offensive line improving as well, I think this is potentially one of them games where you do test this secondary out, whether you're talking taking them shots deep downfield or, more importantly, Pat Freiermuth. You alluded to it early when you said Quincy Williams. He's not playing. He's out. He's hurt. So now you're talking C.J. Mosley, and they're going to bring somebody else in. Obviously, Quan Alexander's still a good player, but I don't think any of those dudes should be able to compete or keep up with a Pat Freiermuth when you're talking about feeding him the ball more. That's the guy for me that I think when you're talking about attacking this team, he has to be a guy that you circle and say, yo, we're going to feature him, man. So I'm hoping so.
That's what everyone's been calling for.
I'm hoping so because it's there. This is the matchup for it, man.
Literally,
this is the matchup for it, man.
A lot of people are in disagreement. Oh, it's probably, 80 to 90% in favor of putting Kenny in right now.
Mm-hmm.
But people are in disagreement over that. I think the one thing everyone can agree on, actually two things, get Pickens the ball more and get Muth the ball more.
Yes.
That's what we're looking for out of this offense. Because we know Deontay's going to get his. He's going to get his 10 targets or whatever it is.
You know that.
Claypool, cool. I would like to get him the ball more too, but we see it in Pickens, man.
Yeah.
We see it. We see the it factor. And also with Muth, he could be one of those game-breaking tight ends like a Travis Kelce or a George Kittle out there. And that's what we're waiting for. He's got it. It's just, can we get him the
does.
ball more?
He definitely does. When we intentionally target him, you see he rewards us, man. But
yeah, that Moss last week
that's what I'm
was
saying,
awesome.
bro.
It was,
absolutely.
And it was so, it looked
It
so
looked effortless.
easy.
It looked effortless, man.
It looked like he wasn't even trying. It was borderline in triple coverage.
Yeah, it looked effortless, man. Absolutely. But he's the one for me where I'm like, man, we got to feature him. We have to attack that part. If you're not wanting to attack these corners, if you want to stay away from Sauce, I don't think you need to. You respect him, you acknowledge him, but I don't think you need to fear him. Not yet. I don't see that just yet, man. But
he's not Deion Sanders in his prime yet.
No, he's not Darrell Revis. Yeah. Like he's not.
He's not Revis Island.
He's
yet.
still dope, but he's young. And with young corners, it's like, man, you don't shy away from young corners, man. You keep testing them dudes, man, until proven otherwise. So we will see. But I think that that's definitely a matchup that, I'll be a little excited about, man. Another thing, though, that I think is going to bode well for us is when we get the rushing that passer against this team, man. We should be able to create havoc and create that type of feel that we had in week 1 against the Bengals. We really didn't get it in week 2 against the Patriots. We talked about Jacoby Brissett having a ton of time. This matchup this week, man, our pass rush should be able to create that hostile environment across the board, whether you're talking our interior D linemen, outside linebackers, shoot, even Malik Reed, he should even be able to have some success as well because he's a good player that's just getting up to speed in our defense. But to me, that pass rush is something that we should be able to feel, and they should provide that wave for us. But we got to stop that run first. It's very important that we stop that run. Very important. Very important. But if we can, that pass rush, man, it takes advantage.
Literally the same story from the last 3 weeks heading into these games.
It is, bro.
Stop the run first because we already talked about the Jets, how they got a nice little thing going whenever they get that rushing attack in rhythm. So just stop that, make them drop back to pass, and then we'll tee off on them with Highsmith, especially against that left tackle who is a journeyman, as we talked about. It's that simple. Stop the run. Stop the run, get up, make them do some of the stuff that they were doing with Flacco where you're making him throw the ball around the field and hopefully get some turnovers and just control the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
I should be the coordinator or something.
Well,
GM coordinator or something.
No, think about this, though.
How about a combo? OC, GM.
Just remember, plans are easy. Execution is the difference. So I'm sure Matt Canada has a great plan every week. But when the execution isn't there early on, the adjustments and how fast you can make them and making the right adjustment as well, not just making an adjustment for the sake of making an adjustment, actually making the correct adjustment. That's the other part. So as much as we like to joke about it, man, that thing's kind of difficult, baby. But we got to stop Garrett Wilson as well, man.
Probably no Witherspoon this week, I'm guessing. If he hasn't even practiced Wednesday, it's a hamstring.
I don't think we have Witherspoon this week. But that's the one for me where I'm just like, okay.
Return of Pierre Island, huh?
I don't want to return versus this one.
Well, we'll have what? Nah, we won't need it.
It'll be
Arthur Mollett on the inside or maybe a Trey Norwood. Depending on Minka, Trey Norwood might be replacing Minka.
You're right. That changes a lot. Like, and this is Garrett Wilson, who's, like I said, starting off to have, he's having a nice start to his NFL career thus far. But, yeah, that's something that I am slightly concerned about, man. It's like, stopping the run is definitely going to be the most important part, but making sure that we minimize Garrett Wilson and not let him have one of them games either, man. He hasn't just yet.
It's so hard for me to think that it's going to happen in Zach Wilson's first game back.
And I do agree with you, but the thing is this, what does it have to look like? It doesn't have to be him having a Amari Cooper-like game, but if you hit him on a deep shot and now he gets you 3 or 4 of these little crossing routes and stuff like that, before you know it, we're looking at like, man, this dude done took over the game. And it's literally just like that. And they do like to take the shots downfield. And all I'm saying is if we don't have a Kello out there, now granted Mink was full practice, but if he's in that equation as well, not being available, it just makes me a little bit nervous of like, yo, all right, how are we handling that situation? Now we got alternatives or ways to go about it, but also are we going to actually take that approach or are we going to play like how we've been playing, which is different.
What do you mean by that? Giving a Kello or giving a cornerback
those guys
more help,
right? Versus what we've been doing is like, nah, we're gonna play our coverage. What we play our coverage, we're gonna run our too high. We want to run our too high, and you just gotta, win. And if you don't, we kind of see what that looks like at times for us.
We needed to probably do that more against the Browns too.
Yeah,
because
but we didn't.
You knew they were gonna.
Right.
You knew they were gonna run the ball a fair amount, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
We weren't as much, cover 2 and more focused on just secondary type of stuff.
But we just didn't account for Jacoby Brissett actually playing that type of game either,
Yeah, and you're right. Cooper got more open than I would have liked.
Yeah.
Even without the help.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it playing, like the only way I think they sling it out and stuff is if we're up and they do exactly what they've done these first 3 weeks and they just spread it out and they just don't give a shit. And then we start slacking on defense and play prevent, but then all of a sudden they get in a rhythm a little bit. We get the ball in offense. Now it's pressure on the offense to actually sustain drives so the defense isn't back out on the field as the Jets are trying to get a comeback going. That's the only way I really see this going in a bad direction for this defense.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
Is if we get up and then, it happened last year with the Broncos. You remember the Broncos game?
Absolutely.
We were in control that whole game. It happened the one time against the Eagles. Was it the same year?
Yeah, it was the same. It was back-to-back
No. 2021 Broncos, 2020 Eagles.
Yeah.
Where we got
you're
up.
talking about the Fulgham and Quez Watkins game.
Fulgham. I don't think Watkins was on the team.
No. It
Fulgham, there was Ward too.
Dude. Yeah.
Ward got some yards on us. It's like we were up double digits, but then they came back and we're just letting Carson Wentz run around out there and just throw up bombs.
Yeah.
And then same thing with the Broncos. We were up early. We had control of that game. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, our defense is slacking a little bit. Bridgewater's finding a little rhythm.
Taking off.
Yeah, it literally came down to a final pass that James Pierre broke up in the red zone. So that's the only way I see this being close, or just let's just say our defense being bad, is if we actually play good defense, but then the second half we start slacking or something.
Yeah.
Because we should be fine from start to finish. It's just if something stupid like that happens.
We definitely should, man. We definitely should.
What else you got?
I mean, those are my big things, man, in terms of what we need to be worried about and also advantages I think we're going to have. So I'm definitely liking that. We've hit on the matchup that, to me, is like the big one for us defensively. Alex Highsmith versus Connor McDermott. That's the one. He's got to win that, man. He's got to win that. And I'm just hoping that offensively we don't come out here with this like over-the-top respect for this Jets secondary, man. I hope that we actually are aggressive and take some chances with them, man, because to me, man, I think we have the pieces in place that can match up with them, man, if given the right opportunity.
What should be the over-under on Highsmith sacks this game? And would you take the over-under?
Oh, man.
1.5?
I would set it at 1.5 because that's probably the realest. I would take the over just because I like them a lot. But at the same time, knowing the Jets and just respecting their coaching staff, I can see it being a scenario where he only gets one because they
scheme it up.
They scheme it up, absolutely. We're gonna roll. We're gonna play action away. We're gonna give you tight end help over there. We're gonna boot away from that. And Highsmith wins one early on, but then after that, it's a whole bunch of just, all right, we're giving this dude help. We're gonna put some guys in the C gap, kind of like what we did to Myles Garrett last week, where you saw the different ways of how we helped Dan Moore out. Sometimes Dan Moore just blocked by himself. Others, it was the tight end over there. It was the running back releasing over there. It was a receiver over there. It was somebody always in his way to just make him uncomfortable. I could see them easily taking that same approach with Highsmith because of that matchup and the discrepancy between the two players.
Makes sense. You want me to hit the super chat here then?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Just one, I think. Q. Yeah. Hey, Moats, you think NFL should get rid of turf fields considering all the injuries on them lately?
I'm not a fan of the turf fields, man, so I would be for it, but at the same time, I can't sit here and act like I haven't balled out on turf, because I have. Deke, I done had me some games on turf, Deke. You feel super fast on turf, Deke. Like electric. It's been some times,
4-4.
man. It's been some times I done turned the corner at 2, Deke. Talking pass rush. Usually just that third step, but when you're on that turf, because it's you turn it at 2. You're like, oh boy, you see them fast cleats today, boy. Like it feels like that at times. So even though I'm with you, it's not the best for our health, I can't sit here and act like I don't enjoy when I'm getting off on the turf like that in them games, man, because it does make you feel faster. I felt really fast before, man, on that turf, bro. Yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing here from Darnell Thornton. I'm betting a cool 700 we win. I like that. Big Deke energy.
Speaking of, man, is it time for predictions?
Okay.
Is it time to talk your talk? Is it time that we send that PSA out to let these folks know, them Zach Wilson lovers, them Joe Flacco
I got
lovers?
nothing today.
Oh, man.
Maybe I'll give you something tomorrow.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we still got time.
I'll give you score predictions.
I forgot. It's Thursday. Yeah, we'll do that on Thursday. I'm tripping.
We're doing score predictions then? Matthew Gisner, here's one super chat, though.
Mm-hmm.
He says, Deke, thanks for always pronouncing my name right. No problem.
Hey, shout out. Absolutely, man. It's up to you. You want to drop it today, or you want to wait till tomorrow?
Score predictions?
Yeah, what you want?
I could care less.
I was dropping down there.
Okay.
Let's go.
Score predictions?
Yeah. Hey, and drop your score predictions as well. I don't care if it's Wednesday, man. Who cares if it's early in the week, man? Let us know who you think is going to win. Jets, Steelers, Jets. Let's get it.
You want me to go first?
Yes, please.
Well, Najee has been getting better as the season's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
I expect him to again eclipse his rushing total from last week because he's been doing that. It's been like a ladder almost. What was it, 20 yards?
I thought it was the Jalen Warren game.
Might be. Wait till the end of my prediction.
Okay.
20 yards in week 1. What? It was like 30 or 40 week 2, and then he had 50-something week 3. See, I'm expecting close to 100 in this game. I think we are going to rely on Najee, and I think he's going to have success because our offensive line, surprising or not, however you want to spin it, is playing pretty solid.
This is accurate.
So we're going to feed him. He's going to get close to 100 yards, and as much as it's weird for me to say it, I think Mitch continues to improve as well. I liked some things that I saw in the Browns game.
Okay.
He earned himself more time, and that's why he's going to be starting in this Jets game. I do want to see more, and I think he's going to give us some more. I think he's going to get us at least 200 yards. It all depends on how our offense looks. So if I'm thinking we're going to run through Najee a little bit more as opposed to spreading out, then yeah, I don't think he's going to put up anything gaudy, anything crazy. He's probably going to be somewhat what we've been seeing, around 200 yards. But I think he gets 2, and he just looks a lot better in this one. I think the offense as a whole looks better because, again, Canada looked better last week. Mitch looked better last week.
Yeah.
I think we're facing off against a lesser opponent in the Jets. And at home, I think that should help. All depends.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Kenny Chance? Is it going to be booing? Should be a home field advantage. I'd like to think so.
Yeah, that's a unique situation we have going on right now, but we're all in support of it. You heard Coach Tom. You heard what the boss man said. He said, "Hey, man, the fans are the problem. Keep it going."
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
Who cares if we boo or not?
Seriously.
I mean, we're there to support our team. We care.
Passion, yes.
We care.
You would much rather the passion be there than it not be there.
Exactly.
100%, man.
And then for the Steelers defense, I don't really see that many problems here if we do what we're supposed to do. Even with the injuries, I do think Minka's going to play. I just got a feeling he's going to pass the protocol.
I feel like it too.
I have a good feeling there.
He played the whole game.
Yeah, it was just
he played the whole
what the hell
game.
happened?
Like,
Dotson with this ankle too. I think Dotson's going to play too because he was a full participant. Thank God.
What version of Dotson do we get though?
A good enough that it's better than Kendrick Green.
Okay, fair enough.
A good enough version
Fair
of Dotson
enough.
out there for sure. Now he'll be fine. Full practice. Sometimes people play better hurt.
All right.
Am I wrong? Jordan flu game. It's been done before.
All right.
The Dotson ankle game.
Okay. Just kidding.
On defense, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Zach Wilson is going to be rusty. We got to stop the run, and I don't think the Jets, even though they do have a little efficient running game, it's not as good as the Browns. The Browns are just a better team.
Yes.
And that was a close game. It was better than what the score indicated because they got that fluky fumble at the end. It was a one-score game. It was a 6-point game, although, yeah, we only had, 6 seconds to try to come back there. No, we played all right, and I think we're going to play better because things are starting to mesh. The chemistry's starting to get there on both sides of the ball. Actually, defense, I don't know. Without TJ, it ain't the same, but I liked what we saw in the Browns game coming off of that Patriots game.
And that's what I was going to say.
We stood up against the Browns rushing attack.
A step in the right direction, yes, because this isn't we just figured out 1 week and now we got all the answers. It's like, nah, man, it could take some time, man.
No, so Zach Wilson doesn't do too much. He's going to be rusty. We stop the run. They get 10 points. We score 24 on offense. That would make a final score. If my math's correct, 24-10.
I like your approach. For me, actually, before I get to mine, let's read some of these predictions first. All right. See what the people got.
We got 2 in the super chats.
Okay, let's start with them first then.
21-7 Steelers.
Okay, shout out to the good guys.
Yeah, we're thinking same page there. Matthew Gisner, Steelers 24-21.
Ooh, okay.
That was a close one.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right.
Pittsburgh got the Steelers in the 30s this week.
Oh, hey now. I see Sikowski got it 23-9 Steelers getting after it offensively. All right, let me see what else we got in here.
Kenneth Moses, 28-10 Steelers. Richard Stone, 28-12 Steelers. Donald Copeland, 21-10 Steelers.
Hey,
Mitch
now.
will suck.
Let's go. Oh,
It's a nausea game.
fair enough. We can get behind that. As long as we're winning. All right, let's see. Mike Lane got it 24-21. Boz for the win. Q pulling up 24-10 Jets. Okay.
Damn, Cameron Strader's got the Jets too, 13-10.
Ooh, okay. A little close one. All right. Let me see who else. Is anyone else out?
Josh, 23-3. Kaza, 24-10.
Oh,
My
I
score
like that.
prediction.
There we go. All right, and Richard Arbizo lays down this gauntlet. He says 24-plus points or Mitch Trubisky is on the hot seat.
He's been on the hot seat, if we're
All
being
right.
real.
Yeah,
At least with fans and media.
Yeah, true. Very
He's
true.
absolutely been on
Maybe-
the hot
maybe
seat.
it's
He's been on the
internal.
hot seat since week 1.
It'd be internal heat, though, is what he's saying. All right. Javi Berg 420 says the Jets. Shout out to Javi Berg 420, baby. Major love for you. All right.
DJ Trey Money, 21-17 Steelers.
Okay.
Deso, 17-10 Steelers.
All right, so I, think I get to mine. Oh, wait a minute. Troy Mason Jr. just pulled up 21-3 Steelers. Book it for real this time. All right, for real this time. For real. All right, so for me, man, we are the better team. This is another opportunity for us to prove that. We talked about some of the matches that we've had this season, and roster-wise, we haven't necessarily been able to say definitively that, hey, across the board, we feel like we have the better team. We have the better players, proven, not speculation. In this situation, though, we can hang our hat on saying that we have the better roster, offensively, defensively, and special teams. The other thing that I would say is ball security. We typically take care of the ball better than this team has been doing. I think that's going to be a huge part of this game, man. You have to protect the ball. We do it well. They don't do it as well, regardless of who's at quarterback. And I think that's our competitive advantage. I like Najee, but I also think that we see more of Jaylen Warren. I think his role continues to expand. Just based on when you listen to Coach Tomlin, and he talked about Jaylen Warren. He was very optimistic and very
Break out the 30 jerseys.
excited about him when he was speaking on him. So I do think that we will see both of those guys having success. But in the end, I have it being a good one. 24-16.
Damn.
I'm on your team, right? I mean, it's 24-16.
What team wins, dude?
Why you got to ask that?
You kind of need to know.
That's 24-16, bro.
The chat can pull that off, just putting scores in. We just move on to the next person.
I can't just play 24-16. I just put that in there.
Nah,
Leave it out there like that, man.
You're one of the people talking on the show.
I am?
Yeah. The fans want to know.
They
want to
know? It's just 24-16. Somebody's going to be in victory formation. I see you, D'Angelo May. Absolutely.
What happens, dude?
It's tight.
How's it play out?
Okay, it's tight. All right. It's a little back and forth-ish. Okay. There might be some people calling for Kenny Pickett. Okay. It might get down to that. All right. There might even be a time where we're looking and we're saying, what's going on with this defense?
Wow.
Okay.
What happened? You're just talking about how our defense was better than theirs.
Better, yes. But are we going to execute? Are we going to play like that? That's the other part of this thing, right? Because we say, hey, Mitch has the potential to do all this. He's capable of all this, but is he going to do it? Matt Cannon, is he going to do it, right? Are they going to do it?
You feel like it's a little too hot in the kitchen?
No, I do think at the end, though, we do make the play to win. I think it is tight going into this thing. I think that is one of the ones where we're looking and we're asking ourselves, hey, man, what is going on here? Because on paper, we have the better team. We will see that we can move the ball and all these type of things. But our execution has not been as consistent as it needs to be. But in the end, I do think that we make the plays. I think that we get that turnover. More importantly, I'm calling the Alex Highsmith strip sack trifecta. I need the strip sack. I need the fumble recovery. I need all that. I think that's the deciding thing. I think that's one of the X factors in this that ultimately helps us get that last touchdown, punching it in for the big boys out there. You know that. Get the guys up front some love, okay? But that's how we ultimately get up out of that thing. And then you throw like boss field or something at the end, because I do think we'll be trailing when this is happening. I think it's like that 16-14 time frame. We get that touchdown. Then after that, get the little bonus field goal, walk them up out of here type thing. But that's kind of like how I'm seeing it, man. Wow. So that's why I have it 24-16. I think
I like the Alex Highsmith strip sack.
Because that has to happen. I feel like that has to happen. I also feel like we're going to get the Kenny chance. I think that's going to happen because even though we can point to some of the things that Mitch has done well in this Thursday night game, he still has a lot of room to grow. He still has areas where him and Matt Canada and this offense as a whole has to be better. And we know our fans are not going to be as patient, especially.
I'm going to be down there.
Oh, yeah. And especially when you're thinking about this Jets team potentially having some success against us, because, yes, we should beat this team. It should not be close, but this is the NFL, and it will be close. I just see that's how we get out of it, though, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got us, bro. I got us.
Good to hear. Yeah,
man. All right. But that was a vibe, though, man. That was a vibe. So I think we had a super that might have popped up.
Steeler Nation on fire. Yes. Steelers 23-10 in offense. Got to pick it up more.
I like it. And I think, and Matthew Gisner, he did give us one other one. He says, should have said before a like. He's saying he should have said for a like. The Jets' big play offense versus Dick LeBeau stopping Big D. What the? All right, hold on now.
Somehow LeBeau's back.
Please tell me you see this comment. Yeah, that was the comment you was there, man. Matthew Gisner.
Yeah, LeBeau's back. Coordinating this defense.
Read that for me, maybe, because I feel like I was tripping reading that thing right there, man.
I'm just gonna go
read
this.
It.
Not think about it too much, and just go with the flow here.
All right,
here's what's gonna come out.
Good.
Should have said before a like. Jets big play overs. Dick LeBeau attack stopping big play D. That's exactly how it reads. Dick LeBeau's back.
That's what it sounds like. All right. I mean, either way, it's all good. Man.
Steeler Nation on fire. Why Barry? I prefer one of the other guys we had last year, punter. Waitman's on a different team.
Yeah, he's punting for the Broncos. And who else do we have punting last year?
I think it was just him.
Yeah, it was just him and Presley. Yeah.
Did we have a backup kicker? No,
because in the preseason
we had Matthew Wright that one year.
Yeah, but in the preseason it was Barry and Barry and Presley.
Right.
Yeah.
And Barry actually punted good in the preseason.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jacob Alessio. Can't trust y'all predictions anymore. LOL.
That's the beauty of predictions, baby. You're guaranteed to get some right, guaranteed to get some wrong, baby. But either way, you know it's going to be fun.
My week 1 predictions with Joe Burrow not looking right, Mitch outplaying him. That was amazing. Yeah. Those were amazing predictions.
I like it, baby.
That was a great way to start off the 2022 season.
No, you've been
gone
fired
cold
with
a little
that.
bit.
I'm still feeling good about my 5-star matchups. That's what I hang my hat on right now. I'm like, bro, my matchups, the ones that we win. When we struggling them games. So I'm hanging my hat on that. Yeah, because my score prediction game is not the best. But I'm going to roll with it anyways because it's always fun too. But either way, shout out to everybody that's been with us today. It was a solid day, man.
I think it's done. Yeah, I think
Salute to every one of y'all, man. Obviously, we'll be spending the block back here tomorrow, man. Same time, same place. You don't want to miss that. But either way, man, y'all stay safe out here. And until next time, baby.
Peace.